Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Fellowship of the
Hello and
D20.
welcome.
We got a big. Okay. We are about to dive into part 4 of the Hidden Shrine of the Tomoachan. But before we do, let me catch you up on what happened last time. We started off last session in a somewhat small room that had 3 urns with unknown writing on them and on the east and west sides of the room. The stucco walls of the room, like those in the hallway, looked as though Slimer from Ghostbusters exploded in there after eating too much, and they were covered in lime, so touching them caused chemical burns. There was also a double bronze door on the south side of the room that had glyphs on it, similar to others that we had seen so far. So Rowan, our resident rogue, checked the door for traps and then opened the lock with his thief tools. But we were all of us deceived, for when Rowan opened the door, when Rowan opened the lock, we all got extremely tired like a junkie on the knot and fell asleep. When all of us but Athelion awoke, we did not know how much time had passed, but the males in the group appeared to have grown at least a couple of days worth of stubble in the time that we were out. We opened the double doors to the south and found a large room with high ceilings and pillars. On the south side of the room, there was a large sarcophagus. Just inside the door on the floor were more glyphs and more still on the walls in the sarcophagus. We stood there wondering if we actually wanted to step on the glyphs that were on the floor to enter the room to the south. And a large black panther appeared just out the entrance on the opposite side of the room. When Nargle went to check on it, we rolled for initiative. But as we didn't want Drist coming after us for killing Gwynwithar, we made it clear that we did not want to fight by holding up our hands and backing away, as the panther was clearly agitated. When we did this, the panther left and went down the hall. But no sooner did that end than we were attacked by a swarm of disease-infested rats. Roll for initiative. As per usual, you'll have to go back and watch the last episode to see the fight, but for a visual, imagine what happens when you put rats into a giant blender without the lid on it. After the battle, Ash cast comprehend languages on the glyphs that were on the floor of the room with the sarcophagus just inside the room to the south, and it read, "Ah, defilers, now you shall join me in my eternal resting." Despite this ominous message, we decided to send our rogue Rowan in for a bit of sneaking around and checking for traps. The sarcophagus was sitting on 2 separate slabs of stone. On the slabs at its base and on the sarcophagus itself is the depiction of a dark-skinned man battling a mighty knotted serpent. Under the depiction is the same warning that was on the floor just inside that room. When Ash used comprehend languages, she discovered the name amidst the writing, Tloques-Popolocas, Master of the Outsiders. Then, in small writing just below that were the words, "No, he's not," signed Batman. Just below the name Tloques-Popolocas, Ash read the numeric symbols 543-9, which turned out to be the lock combination for the sarcophagus. We then turn our attention to the axe that is embedded in the wall and casting a somehow bloody shadow. As we approached the axe, we got a chill down our spines from the magic of the axe. It was suggested that perhaps the axe belongs to whoever was in the sarcophagus, and perhaps we shouldn't mess with it before we know more about what is in the sarcophagus. So we decided to open the sarcophagus because nothing ever goes wrong when people do that. Rowan and Nargle put their hands on numbers 5, 4, 3, and 9, two each in order, and when they did, the sarcophagus unlocks and slides over just a tad. They push over the lid some more and find a large humanoid skeleton, undoubtedly a giant and an important man in his living days. Gems and other adornments lie around its body. These include a 6-inch tall statue of a faceless man with pointed ears. On his face is a mask of jade. It has cat-shaped eyes and obsidian pupils. The giant also wears a jade pendant carved to look like a man's face after he takes Dr. Langstrom's serum, and 2 jade bracelets. On the giant's fingers were a couple of rings. One of them depicted a man holding a moon, and the other showed a panther ready to strike. At the giant's feet lay 2 containers made of clay that had a flower-shaped plug on each end. On his brow was a diadem, the mark of a king or a ruler. The diadem held a 1-inch diameter mother of pearl. We decided that we needed the gems as we were looking for several of them, and we put them into Hiss's bag as one or more of these might be what we're looking for. The jade bracelets, the 2 rings, and the axe on the far wall are all magical, according to Ash's detect magic spell. It was right about this time that the swarm of bats came upon Nargle and the sleeping Athelion, and we rolled for initiative. Hiss removed the mask from the giant, and it began to regrow muscle and sinew until Sorry about that. Hiss removed the mask from the giant, and it began to regrow muscle and sinew like he was Uncle Frank and Julia just brought him a new victim. Roll for initiative. After nearly disintegrating what turned out to be a vampire, we put him and his jade mask and pin and put them back in the sarcophagus. Nargle took the magic axe from the wall. It is extremely sharp and magically effective at cutting through things. The handle is wrapped in a snake skin, and beneath the skin are parchments with words engraved in them. These parchments allow the bearer to cast Pass Wall, Burning Hands, and Gust of Wind by expending charges that can be regained. If these parchments are removed, these abilities are lost. Also, everyone who is near it feels a cold chill run down their spine. When attuned, the user receives a +1 to their HP for each level they have attained. Hiss took the Bracers of Defense. They require attunement and give the wearer a +2 to their AC if the user is not wearing armor and is using a shield. The ring that looks like a panther is a ring of animal influence. Charges can be spent to be friendly with animals, cause fear in animals, or speak with animals. We gave this ring to Athelion. The ring that depicts a man holding the moon is a ring of protection. It requires attunement. The wearer receives +1 to their AC and saving throws. This ring was given to Ash. The 6-inch faceless figure with long pointed ears is actually a flask full of elixir of health, and that was given to Rowan. The remaining jewels and onyx come to about 850 gold pieces, but do not contain any of the gems we are looking for. After this, we are able to take a long rest, and that is where I hand this off to our DM, Greg.
Thank you, sir. Excellent recap, as always, for a very eventful session.
That took place in 2 rooms total.
It's a lot of roll initiative, guys.
We did more rooms this time. It was worse.
You didn't cover a lot of ground, but you got a lot done. So, the party did manage to fill your long rest, even though you had to keep an eye on the one wall that you did in fact close, so your fingers are still burning a bit from the actual lie, which I don't know if any of you can identify it at this point, but I'm just telling you, it's lie because the stucco is deteriorating.
Yeah. Lie.
So, where we are is Ash and Hiss and Nargle and Rowan are all awake, and one would presume eating first or second breakfast whilst planning the remainder.
Yeah. And I'm casting Air Bubble at 3rd level. I can only target 3 people, so I'm thinking it'll be me, Athelion, and Rowan, since we're the lowest on HP.
That's fair.
I will say that before you have a chance to do that, which is a very good idea, by the way. Everyone, Athelion included, takes 2 hit points of damage from the caustic air.
Right.
That's from max hit points, I'm assuming, because we had that long rest, yeah?
You said I have low HP. Do you know how low? Because I'm at max at the moment on my sheet.
We should be at max because we had the long rest.
You're at max.
What I was saying is that the fighters are going to have more HP than the rest of us.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
We are at low
HP.
HP.
The system, you know?
We already had low HP.
You can heal us.
Yeah.
We're at low intelligence. I repeat, we're at no intelligence.
Thank you, Evie Catcher. I appreciate that.
My chatters. Hi, guys.
So, you are in this room. To your south is a door that you closed where you locked that creature back into his tomb after you disturbed his centuries-long rest, stole all of his valuables, took his axe, and then shoved him back in his bed so he can suffer eternally, since you don't believe he can die.
Yeah.
I see.
We tried every way we could to keep him dead. So.
And there's a door to the north, to which you know if you exit that door and head to the west, you will head back to the room where Sebastian is presumably patrolling. And Athelion, while she is still breathing, which I mentioned because no one seems to have actually bothered to check,
Okay.
is not conscious.
I'm dreaming a dream about dancing with Sebastian.
I just kind of walk over to Athelion and try the old tactic that I tried last time of wake up, wake up. Oh, she's not doing, guys.
Well, yeah.
I put a little bit of our breakfast under her nose.
Yeah, Rowan, we're not blaming you.
Nothing? You're not even gonna wake up to good food? I'm out. That was my one
let
thing.
me see. Do I have medicine? Not high enough.
Can I roll like a Arcana or medicine check just to see if this is like a magic-y? Well, I know it's a magic thing, but
we decided.
We do to...
Actually, we decided last time that because she was knocked out with the rest of us, and she is a half elf, that it was not magic.
That's right.
True.
Sleep, because sleep stuff she would have advantage against.
Right, very fair point. Is there a way that I can tell what kind of thing would wake her up?
How would you make that determination?
I don't know. I don't think Hiss can. I don't think he's intelligent enough to figure this out.
Yeah.
And it's not worth a roll for me. It needs to be one of the smarties.
Yeah, well, it needs to be somebody who actually has some skill in medicine because I don't have enough.
I wonder who has skill in medicine.
Hey, healer, would you mind doing something to wake yourself up?
Yeah. I'm just gonna try and see what happens.
Fuck it. If we're all doing medicine,
I got
man, Edie catcher's all harsh and shit.
Yeah. All right.
See that, Athelion? He's sexy.
I
He's
do.
saying we should slap you.
Right.
I'll remember
I
that.
got a 14 on a medicine check. Do I see anything or find out anything?
Mine's a little higher. I wonder if I could roll if you don't pass.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. I should have my stuff.
I mean, I'll roll it anyway. Fuck it. Let's give it a go. First roll of the session.
That's definitely better than mine.
Yeah, I thought that was 20.
Together, considering what happened and that it happened when the door opened and that everyone, passed out for a while, the conclusion you come to is that she has in fact been poisoned.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Well, what was that? So I think, do we sort of, me and Rowan sort of come to like, maybe we could, Rowan, I don't know, what was that magic-y potion that we gave Rowan? Would that help?
Potion of health? Probably not. We need something that can cure, that's an antidote or something like that.
Well, if it's an antidote, isn't that for poisons? No?
No,
Okay.
it's not an antidote. It's I can't remember what exactly it was now. It's a potion of health or of some sort. But it's not.
It's not.
Anyone know what it does?
It won't cure conditions, is what I'm saying.
Right. Okay. How do we cure a condition then? Is that like revivify? That's like the only thing that I can think. Not revivify.
Let me see if I have any spells I can use.
Like restorations. Ironically, the person that
things, yes.
I know.
Wow.
I'm enjoying y'all figuring this out though. This is very entertaining.
This is like watching. Oh, I don't know. This is like watching preschoolers try to figure out how to do. I don't know, like fucking like brain surgery. We're like, well, we know she's sick, but what do we do? Like, His keeps walking over with like the pocket snake and just like kind of slapping her once in a while. No, it's not working. Pocket snake isn't working, Rowan. What do we do?
Y'all are mean to Athelion when she is sleeping, dude. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, we also
not cool.
If we all forgot about that part, we established that Athelion sleeps with her mouth open because Athelion never told us that she sleeps with her mouth closed. So that's canon now. Sorry.
I neglected to mention that I had to clean some rat guts out of your mouth.
Yeah, like all of them.
Hence the blender with the lid off explanation.
Ash, give me an Unsolicited Arcana check.
Okay. That's a check I can actually make.
Come on,
Ouch!
I'm going to re-roll that.
I was
Yeah, I
gonna
was gonna
say he got a chronal shift that
For
shit.
the love of God.
Now, this isn't something Ash would know to chronal shift. This isn't. Remember,
Okay.
sometimes when I ask for a check, sometimes you don't know that you're doing it.
Oh,
I'm just asking, like, does something come to mind? Do you recall? You know what I mean?
Okay.
okay.
So that's why sometimes I'll rule that things like guidance or chronal shift or luck or
Don't come in.
dice for a soul knife.
I
they
see,
wouldn't
okay.
really apply.
I'm very fair with that. That's really cool. I might use that in my games. That's really good.
Yeah, that's
I
really
try not to do it too often because it can be limiting, but sometimes
Yeah.
it just is what it is.
No, I think I'll use that
Kind
in
of
my
builds some
games. Cool.
suspense too, though.
Yeah, that really does.
know-
It doesn't help us right now.
That's the thing, yeah.
I find
really-
that sometimes when you're having a hard time coming up with a solution, sitting down and having a little old pipe would help.
I suppose, but
It calms the nerves, you know. It's
I'm not that
relaxing.
Kind of
it's
I need to check something. Give me just a
Yeah,
moment
I mean,
while
you
you
know,
debate the wonder of smoking a pipe in a small enclosed room.
let me think about it.
with caustic air,
Let me think about this.
which I spent a spell slot to clear up.
I'm just trying to find out if this one thing was actually a potion or if it was like 'cause some of the potions in here, just to let you know, and you'll find them. Some of them are like old and dried out, and if you're not careful with them, they could actually kill you. I don't mind telling you that because this is a pretty reckless party, and chances are you'll forget before it would ever become important.
Mhm.
Tell me I'm wrong.
That's very
I
true.
can't because I'm unconscious.
Where
Yeah.
is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Nope. Okay. Steve, sending you a whisper based on your Arcana roll.
Oh, yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, the elixir of health can be used to cure poison individuals.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just came. There was just a flash of insight.
Oh, well.
Rowan, can Thelian have some?
Give us some sip.
Hold on.
A sippy sip.
Waiting for the message.
Num 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 num. Sip 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 sip. Num num cookie.
So it's definitely been used this way. I don't know why I remember that, but I remember that.
Well, it's a good thing you did, because
Yeah.
we were about out of solutions.
Yeah.
I wonder how long we would have had to sleep for.
Hey, Rowan, can
Yeah,
we
yeah.
use some of your potion to wake up Athelion?
Yeah.
I will tell you all this. There is no sum. Potions are
Okay.
doses.
Can we use
Yeah.
your potion? All right.
Unless
Jonathan
expressed
says we can use
otherwise.
it. Okay.
Yep.
All the potion.
It's not like pocket steak, guys. You can't save it for later. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
After that pocket steak's been sitting in your pocket for days now, I don't want none of it. I'm just
I
saying.
would rather have an awake healer that can deal with this kind of stuff.
All right,
Yeah.
I will hold open her mouth. Somebody else want to pour it in?
We don't need to hold it open.
Yeah.
She sleeps with her mouth open. She's already stopped. No, anyway, go on. Yeah.
I'll see about pouring in.
Okay.
Yeah. I allow.
Okay. So
Do it
you
slowly now. We don't want her to drown on the stuff.
Right.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
Athelion, you come to awareness slowly. All that you notice is that Nargle is holding your head and someone is pouring a liquid down your throat and you're gagging a little.
Okay. And I see her gagging, and I'll stop pouring.
Okay, I let my hands off her face.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Thelian, you were poisoned and knocked out.
I didn't know what else to do. I had to hold your mouth open so we could pour in the poison cure.
You've been asleep for many years.
Just gonna blink up at them a few times and be like, "Wait, what just happened?"
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Yeah.
Casual waterboarding.
Gosh, man, Evie Catcher's being mean tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna. If Evie hadn't have mentioned it, I was gonna make a casual waterboarding comment. So no, shh. Oh dear. Yeah, tell you, you missed a whole lot. Don't worry, Sebastian's still alive. Everything's okay. Oh, we almost died though.
Nah, it wasn't that bad.
What?
We had a fight with a vampire. You were sorely missed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Taken care of.
And
We can go and say-
shrine, right?
Yeah, we can go and say hi to him again if you'd like. And Hiss goes
No.
towards the door, like.
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
and here's a bit of water, actually, to wash that taste out of your mouth.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. I really
No
appreciate
reason
that.
you'd have any weird taste in your mouth, though. No reason.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's not. I totally didn't have to pull rat guts out of your mouth.
Everything's fine.
I'm gonna try really hard not to like
I
grow up.
cleaned you up.
I'm gonna try to be calm and stoic.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a little pipe. At least that's what Sis always told me. Yes, please.
Yeah.
All right. Well, me and
I
Rowan,
say.
I take this out. We'll try this. We'll try this. We got a little crack over here like this, and we shall
What are you
try
saying?
blowing the smoke out into the hallway.
Ash, what are you saying?
I say I leave the pipe to my R wizard.
Yeah. I say we leave this room because it feels like we spent fucking hours in this room. Okay? It feels like, and I don't swear, but it feels like we spent too long in this room. And I want to leave. I want to go to the next room, and I want to do it within the next hour because that seems to be a goal that we can't seem to achieve. Okay?
Yeah. Well, yes, that and I want to get away from that vampire.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer we have until he might try to break out. So I would
Well, then
rather
we
do
have to touch. We have to again touch this big block
No.
and take damage.
We don't because we didn't lock it behind us. That was something we didn't do last session.
No,
It
you
was-
were
it was
actually
open.
insistent that you shoved that block back into place.
Oh, did we? I
You
thought
were
we talked him
insistent.
out of it. Oh.
Absolutely insistent on it.
So, we gotta push that out of the way if we're gonna get out of here.
Hiss pats Nargle in the bag and says, "Up you go, mate."
I would use telekinesis, but I don't think that's going to be strong enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
You
think I
suppose
have
mind
anything
bullets
for
would
that.
work?
Moonbeams?
What?
Moonbeam time?
No moonbeam. No moonbeam.
And that will bring everything in this complex down on us. Not right now.
All right. Here's I got the only pair of testicles in this group. I will open the door.
It hurt
You
me
were
last
not-
time, and I don't like that.
It took at least two of you to move
No.
it. Oh,
Hiss looks at his wrappings on his hands, and he's like, "Just keep getting worse." Hiss goes to help.
All right. Strength check.
Mhm.
no, the two of you together can move it. It'll take 10 minutes.
Jeez.
Well,
It's so gross. I don't like it.
Please remember, this is like an 8 foot by 6 foot by 5 foot block of stone that's slippery because of the lie. So it's not easy to move.
Yeah, this shouldn't move for the
And-
rest of the time. So.
And slimy.
Don't like it.
That's-
It's gross.
That's the lie, and the slime keeps coming off on your skin. Remember?
No.
Right. While they do that, I think I'm going to ritual cast Comprehend Languages. So in case I run across the script again, I'll know what it says.
I think that's a very good idea.
Hiss
You're
and
gonna
Nargle-
ritual cast while we're about to travel?
Yeah.
While you're about to open the door, yeah, she said it was
It's
10
gonna
minutes
take
to
the
open
two
it.
of you some time to push.
Okay.
So Hiss and
I'm good.
Nargle, you take 6 points each of damage.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then
This is why
it's
I didn't
going-
want to close it.
It's going to take you 10 minutes longer to wipe the lie off of your hands because just pouring water just spreads it.
Perfect time for ritual casting, isn't it?
It could be worse. I could be following the module's instructions and have it ruining your clothing and armor at the same time.
Better fucking not. His has an iconic outfit.
Actually, I have a spell for that, so.
I
Not
just
that I
want to
would
say this
encourage
on
it.
behalf of the group.
But...
Fuck you, Tyler Durden.
Oh my god.
I can't do that. I don't like the sudsy thing. It's horrible. It's coarse, rough, and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Hiss moves into the hallway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see that Ash's ritual casting, and I'm just gonna start praying and like doing my usual.
Yeah.
To pass the time.
Okay.
All right. Shall we go down and check on Sebastian?
Yeah,
Sure.
Rowan, can you check for booty traps?
Wait, we're going down instead of up then?
No, we're going up. I'm going up.
Sebastian is down here in the western room.
If we go down there, I'm not coming out. So
I was gonna say.
Let's not. Yeah, let's not.
Okay.
Athelion can stay being pen pals with Sebastian, but
yeah.
Let's go north.
All right, I was only checking on him because you was all friends with him and everything.
we will never leave.
My eyes
We
are
will
just
be.
gonna light up and be like, Sebastian?
No. He said he went on holiday. Like,
I do not want to spend 4 hours down talking to Sebastian. No.
yeah.
Which is why we cannot. We cannot.
All right. Fine then.
I'd say
On we
Rowan
go.
goes first. I'd say Rowan goes first.
You say Rowan goes first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for traps.
You want
for
our
booty
rogue
trap.
out in front in case there's danger?
Yes, 100% for booty trap. Can we please use the rogue for what they're used for? But like,
I'm not opening any doors or anything. I'm out in front in case there's monsters out here.
Yeah, but there could be like the
Rowan stepped on a pressure plate.
Wires or things like that are in
yeah pressure plates.
Rowan stepped on a pressure plate. I'd rather have the person with the highest passive perception up front, and just in general,
Okay.
I would 100%. I get, if you want your martial fighter right behind him, I can stand right behind Rowan. I can do that, but I would much rather just let Rowan go first.
Yeah.
Until we find languages, and then we put Ash up front, and then we keep cycling this.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
that is an entirely new strategy for us, but we will give it a shot.
I was saying,
Rowan,
or someone could ask Rowan what he thinks of the situation.
Yeah, Rowan, you're writing in your diary too. Did you think you'd get more intelligent if you wrote in your diary? It's such a good idea. Oh dear. Rowan, do you think it's a good idea for you to go up front?
Oh, Jonathan, I didn't know you switched to viewing messages on Roll20. I've been waiting in the private chat.
No, do Roll20 so that all the many streamers can see.
I think it totally makes sense to do it in the game.
So our many adoring fans can also watch these. Hey, the catcher, how are you? Oh dear.
Okay, then all of you guys are going to have to pay attention then when Jonathan is talking.
Yeah, we've been
That's cool.
looking at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been looking.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been interacting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rowan, are you okay with going first?
All right, he's saying something now.
Yeah, he's typing.
I will help you with the lead to check for traps. Thank you, Ron.
Okay.
Bless you.
Good.
07.
Well done, Rowan. So, you don't have to say it so loudly.
Okay, but again, this is a big hallway, so if you're going to be checking for traps, you're going to have to let me know like which 10-foot section you're checking at a time.
Oh, frick.
Well, 10 feet is 2 squares, so I mean it's going to be a question of which area you're checking.
How long does it take to check for traps? Is it like 10 minutes? We can't move at that kind of pace.
An hour.
Oh shit! Right. Well, I mean,
look at like major important areas. Anything that looks notable, like
yeah.
You think
That-
you got a trap?
That's a good idea.
That is quite a bit of typing on Jonathan's part. Just for the
Yeah.
I would say cursory glance down each hallway.
Yeah.
If we think the hallway's dangerous or looks dangerous or has like little totem men with little mouths open, maybe get Rowan to check it. If it looks like clear ass hallway,
I think I will check for traps at more obvious points. If I miss one, I'll trigger for you. Yeah, that sounds like
trigger it for you. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's what you were doing with the last room.
Go trigger it, and I'll leave down here.
I will point out this time that as you proceed to the north, which is a pretty straightforward hallway. I mean, east. God, I hate this map. You proceed
Actually, it'd be
to
north.
east, but you're heading
Northwood.
east.
Oh, okay.
Because the stupid maps have a 90-degree angle instead of them just saying, "Hey, west is to the west." They thought,
Well-
"Hey, north is to the left."
Right. But according to what you said, east is north and north is east.
No, north is west. East is north. North is west.
Oh, yeah. That had said it the wrong way.
So you all went to the east, and again, the walls of this corridor are wet and slimy. You notice that the stucco is still saturated with water, still decomposing, still sloughing off, although I will spare you time and say there are no spots along the wall that seem extraordinarily interesting. It's just stucco sloughing off of a stone wall
Mm-hmm.
line. So you don't have to like check every bit of the wall because ain't nobody
Yeah,
got time for that. Y'all have lives.
Hiss makes a point of not touching the walls.
Yeah.
Smart. And then as you proceed to the east, then as Rowan has pointed out, the hallway pivots to the north
Right.
and ends, as far as you can tell, in a stairway that's partially crumbled. The staircase goes up for only a few steps, and it seems that the rest is filled in with clay and stone rubble.
Okay.
I don't see why not checking up.
Dead end.
No. No.
Do
It's a
we
nice-
have anybody in this group that knows anything about stone?
I
Not
don't
really.
think so.
I know
I'm just
it's
wondering.
made
I'm
of
just wondering how
rock.
stable this bridge is going to be.
Bridge? You mean staircase?
This
Yes,
staircase.
It's not a bridge, it's a staircase leading up. And then it's just kind of collapsed with clay and stone rubble.
Okay.
I'm sure
I
your
don't
teeth
like
will
it, guys.
disagree with you, Evie Catcher.
Everything tastes good if you're hungry enough.
I don't like it, guys. I think this is the wrong way.
What makes you feel?
This
what
is
makes
the
you
only
think
way.
that?
But this
It's
is the
either
way that
down
Sebastian
southward towards
said-
Sebastian or up
But
the stairs.
Sebastian, there were other ways to go.
But
Just
Sebastian said that this was the safest route. I remember asking him which way is the
Oh
safest.
yeah, he did say that. Okay, then I think that would make sense to go up. then.
true, but safest doesn't necessarily mean the correct route. I like Sebastian as much as the next person. The next person being
but
being
where?
Athelian.
Where do we go?
There were three exits in that other room. There were three exits. There was the exit that we took, and there was two other exits.
But we don't know that they're exits.
No.
There was
Well, no,
the
but we
double
know that
doors
they are.
and the one out into the hallway. That was it.
Jonathan was
but we
asking,
don't
is
know
there
if they're
anything under the stairs? That's a fair question.
Okay.
It's a good question.
Great.
I'd roll.
So what are we doing?
Rowan is
Message
asking
from
if there's
Rowan.
anything under the stairs.
You can't see anything under the stairs. It's just collapsed clay and stone all around the stairs. The stairs appear to have been carved out of the floor.
Okay.
And there's no doorway where they're leading to or anything like that.
Nothing that you can see. There may be one
Is it-
behind the pile of rubble that's towards the top of the stairs.
I'm not. I'm going to be honest. His is looking at this like, oh well, dead end, and he'll just like start walking away. It genuinely that's the way that Hiss will play. That's the way I am. Hiss doesn't think this is anything. He genuinely thinks that we should use one of the other exits. But If somebody else thinks that we should go through this way, that's fine. I just don't think it's anything. I think we found what we found from this route. This is history.
Just to
like,
be clear, I want to make sure I understand. You think we should take one of the other exits?
yeah, 100%. I think we should go down one of the other routes.
My worry is I feel like all these other exits are going to head down when we should be heading up.
I think we have to go down to go up.
But we don't know
sure,
that necessarily.
I just don't think
Sometimes
there's
the way forward is the way back.
Yeah, his is a very single-minded character. He would see a blocked doorway and would just go,
we got that.
Suggesting that
Yeah, we're not arguing with that.
Debris.
Yeah. I mean,
that also is not a bad plan.
if it looks like there's a doorway up top, I don't mind checking it.
but that doesn't, does there?
I think
Well, we
it's
don't know.
like a stairway in the Winchester house.
Can we see anything, Greg, like above it at all?
It really is just collapsed clay and stone.
Okay.
You have
Probably
no
not.
idea how long this collapse may have been taking place over.
And is it like the stuff on the wall as well? Like, is it like stucco type?
There's stucco and such and muck mixed in with what has collapsed.
Okay.
His holds a hand up and goes, oh yeah, go on, Greg, sorry.
You could conceivably, try and dig through it if that were your choice.
Jonathan suggests that Hiss should clear the debris.
I turn to Rowan and go, okay, I'm happy to do that. However, I would like to check the other exits before I start doing this, just in case, because this place doesn't look the most stable on the planet. Like, it could be like, I don't want to fall again. That's the thing. I don't want to go falling. I don't want to fall any deeper. And if I dig through this, it might mean we fall again. I don't want that. I would like to check the other exits first. I will come back here.
Wait. Okay. Hiss only wishes to check the other exits. If we have any other plans, he's not going to participate.
I'm not saying I won't do it. If the whole party wants me to do it, I will do it. But I don't think Hiss does not think this is the right way.
Okay.
Like, categorically,
All right,
Hiss doesn't think that.
Let's put it to a vote. What do we think we should do?
I'm for clearing the debris, but that's me.
I'm curious if there's something there.
I'm curious, but I understand that like the stone and stuff can be pretty hurtful.
Right?
True.
Can the stone be moved by mage hand?
No.
No?
I understand his fear. Perhaps let us then check the other exits, but he leads the way on this one. Okay. But he leads the way on this one. Okay, I get what you were saying. That's good. I like it. Okay. Hiss gets the trap. Good point. I like it. Don't mind. Yeah, it's fair. It's a fair cop. I'll take that L. If that's the L that I need to take, I'll happily do it. I just think this is a bad idea.
All right. Noted in log. Fair enough.
But vote. Yay or nay?
We can check.
Wow, you guys should really shut up. Not all of us can talk at the same time.
Listen, usually when we all talk at the same time, we get chastised. Okay.
I know. I'm just saying nobody was talking. I was just making a joke. I'm sorry.
You've been up a few minutes and you're really cranky. Oh dear.
Cranky how?
No. It's just his sort of like kicks his feet and walks back down the hallway.
I'm just
okay. Shrug. Also, Athelian, it means we get to see more of Sebastian.
Nah.
Nah?
Yeah, that's my other concern.
Like, we're taking hit points, like, right now. Like, as much as I care about him, we have to focus.
I just don't think this...
Well, you're not taking hit points, because you have airball.
No, I did at the start, though. We took 2. Or did you cast it right after?
Yeah, I cast it right after.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
So,
So, the 2 of us and Rowan are the ones that don't have to worry about it, because I can only cast it on 3 at a time right now.
Okay. Back in this room, then, Greg.
What I heard there was Nargle, Hiss, screw you, choke.
Yeah.
All
All right.
Really accurate.
All right. If you guys want
You
to
head back to the west.
Or...
You head back to the west, being careful of the walls, of course. You see the beautifully carved stone doors recessed into the wall. As you walk in, you see the large polished boulder surrounded by a pile of smaller rocks. Leaning against it, bamboo staff. In the mud around the base of the boulder is a moving shape, moving in a circle, looking like a crawfish. It glances over at you and then resumes walking on its merry way. There are doors out of this room. There is a staircase down slightly to the north, and then across from you to the west, there is another door.
All right. Do we want to try the western door?
Yeah, I'd say west. Let's go east.
I kind of want to ask Sebastian.
All right.
And just say like, do I need? I can cast something if I need to like talk to him.
You're gonna have to cast tongues again, probably.
Yeah, I'll cast tongues on him, and I'll just say, "Hey, behind us." Also, hi again. Behind us was a dead end. Do you know anything about these other two paths, perchance? I want to say potential dead end, I guess.
I must confess that I don't, dear Moon Maiden. I thought that was the way, perhaps towards something, seeing that others have crossed through there over the centuries. As you can imagine, we don't get a lot of traffic through here, and my primary goal, of course, is simply to protect the rest of Kalakaya.
Fair enough. Okay, then we will
I would say perhaps the far door from where you entered would be, but if I may say, I am glad to see that you and your compatriots, your servants, are well.
Oh,
I missed you dearly.
He's my favorite character.
No, I was actually unconscious. So how long has it actually been since I've seen him? Like 20 minutes.
We don't know.
Well, it was at least a couple of days because the males in the group grew at least a couple of days worth of stubble.
Oh yeah, that's right, because that happened. True. Okay.
Yeah, but you're asking a hermit crab.
You wouldn't notice that. Yeah,
that's true.
You're asking a hermit crab who's been walking in circles for his entire life.
Hey,
so
you never know.
Time is a bit ethereal to him.
That's
time is an illusion. Lunchtime doubly so.
Time is a flat circle.
I'm just gonna pat him on the head until we decide what we're doing.
Oh,
he bows his head as you do that.
The world's greatest friendship. Oh, it's so sweet. Okay, eastern door then.
Yeah, western door. Yeah.
Western door. Sorry.
Okay,
western,
so that is what we would call south from here. So this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Rowan, I guess you want to check for traps.
Or do you want me to open it, Rowan? It's okay if you want me to. Okay.
I would like to check for traps. And is this dock visibly locked?
Yeah, is the door visibly locked? Okay.
Let me check. I'm not sure offhand if it's locked. So chamber, maybe clocks are a vehicle to sell time. There are stone doors recessed into the wall. Blah 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 blah. Okay. I mean, Rome, what are you doing? You asked me about the door, but what is it that you're doing precisely?
He said he would like to check it for traps.
Check for traps. Okay. Give me a investigation check.
Wires, triggers, or anything that is a visible trap.
Understood. I thought, okay, there it is. I thought I heard a roll, but
17.
Oh, jeez, you got mad pluses.
man.
It appears that the doors are simply closed. You see neither trap nor lock. There is what may have once upon a time been a locking mechanism. And while I wouldn't say it's in poor shape, it just appears to have not been used. And you wouldn't begin to imagine how long.
I just had a thought. The room with the sarcophagus had the lime walls as well, correct?
Yes. And the room that you're walking through now, may I remind you, is moist and damp, and the floor is covered in mud and ooze and ick.
My thought is this. I currently possess an axe that was embedded in this wall, and it did no damage to the axe. What if we use the axe to push open the doors?
I was going to mage hand it. Because it's just
either option's a decent option. Yeah, mage hand or the axe. I mean, the only thing with the axe is we don't know if the sucker happened after the axe was put there or something. I don't know. It could be that we damaged the axe. But yeah, no, either or. I think both ideas are good.
Yeah, getting anything on the axe. Wouldn't it also be louder with the axe, possibly?
Yes, it would.
I wasn't talking about like hitting it. I just mean like using the axe to put up against the door and push on it rather than put our hands on the line.
True. I would say that mage hand would be the sensible move still, though.
Okay.
I think.
And if we need more force,
because we don't want to get anything on your pretty new axe.
Yeah, it's very shiny, and it did a lot of damage.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and mage hand it then. Also, my mage hand is invisible, so.
Yeah, give me just a moment, please. By the way, and I'll try to remember to mention this once in a while, but when I don't, every time Nargle mentions the axe or has it in his hand, you still feel a chill up and down your spine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to move that away from me, buddy.
It's nothing that makes you want to run away. It's nothing that makes you particularly afraid. You just noticing it sends a chill up and down your spine. There's no other
it's a vampire axe. I would not feel safe around it.
Yeah. I think it's a good weapon. But
just to be clear, the axe that we all decided I should take, we are now wondering if I should even have.
No. You definitely should have it. If it's not causing any problems for us, you should keep it.
I'm just pointing out that it's a little creepier to them than you might seem with just a normal axe in your hand.
Yeah, it has an inherent ability.
Let's be honest, Nargle carrying an axe around can be a little disturbing on its own.
Yeah, Hift isn't sure as to whether or not it's the axe that's causing that chill or it's just Nargle.
But I did just want, and it doesn't like stick with you. The feeling passes, and after a while, you'll probably just get used to it. But
although
I did just want to point that out.
Although according to what you said last game, like literally every time I pull this out, you guys are gonna feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means also it's a good indicator that we're all still alive.
Right?
Well, as long as it's killing them and not us right now, I'm okay with it. But
always be up.
That axe would be a little concerned about its origin. Let's just put it.
Yeah.
So
it did a lot of damage to us.
Oh yeah.
Did it though? I mean, you kind of kicked that guy's ass.
Yeah, we did a little bit.
Actually, I don't recall using the axe last game. I just got it. I used Shatter Spike.
You did a lot of damage against us, is what I'm saying.
It didn't do him a hell of a lot of good because you kicked his ass.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, that door does. I'm just gonna say, and no, there's no hidden traps behind this.
Yeah.
Rowan opened the door, like unlatched the door, and then Ash was able to mage hand push it open.
Cool.
Oh, the axe did a lot of damage to us.
that was my point.
Yeah. So
he's right.
A passageway opens to the west. The room is wet. The walls are covered with a slimy white buildup. There's about 1.5 inches of water and mud blanketing the floor. So movement is slow.
Okay.
So two stairs down and 1 stair up.
Many overturned pedestals and Oh, wait a minute. You're not there yet. You're just in a passageway. You see a 10 by 10, 10-foot wide passageway leading to the south that leads to a stairway down to what appears to be a landing.
Okay.
Jonathan wants to know if he wants to follow
Yeah.
you in, or are you going to follow? Yeah.
Well, I mean, our agreement was that I would take the lead. Don't worry about it. I can take the lead if you want me to. Is that what you? I'll take the lead. I'll go down. He steps into the room.
As
and
a
starts
typical
walking.
as a typical rule, we had the tough guy out in front just in case we got attacked.
Yeah. You see, yeah, either or, to be fair with this. He's like, yeah, I always, with my parties, it's always been rogue out front. But I know
Right.
what you mean.
We've had rogues
Yeah.
scout, but they haven't generally taken the lead.
Okay, well, his will take point then. No, that's fine.
Especially my rogues. They would quite openly tell you what you thought you could do with your lead if you wanted them in it.
All right.
I do remember Cirrus's scouting expedition.
Yeah, I'll be happy to walk out in front of you. Just don't count on me being there when you get there.
Yeah, it's a fair point. His walks out. Yeah.
So you see a 10 by 10 passageway. The walls are they're not as bad as they were in the eastern hallway, but you still don't really want to run your hand across them.
Okay.
I'm gonna begrudgingly leave Sebastian and tell him, oh, until next time.
Oh.
He nods. He just taps the floor 3 times and nods at you.
Is that him kicking his feet and shit?
Oh, don't.
That's like not 3 times.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
3 times. 3 times.
On the door if you want.
No, if you must know, it's a very old song about people coming home from war. So
One day she'll return.
or
Oh.
wanting to have sex with their upstairs neighbor. So let's go with that one.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
I thought it was about meat pies.
Look up knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
Oh.
I'm at the end of the hallway, Greg. What do we do?
You see stairs leading down to a landing that ends in another door. Dun, dun,
Okay.
dun.
This goes down the stairway.
Let's see.
Okay.
All right.
Do we want to be checking the door every single time, or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
That definitely is a job for the rogue.
Down we go to Goblin Town. Rowan, you're up.
Yeah.
Rowan, I do need you to stand in front of the door that you're checking, please, so that when things blow up, I know who they hit.
Always a good
That
sign.
is a very honest assessment. Right there.
I feel like we're going to get halfway through this dungeon, and it's just going to get to the point where we're so sick of doors that we just start kicking them in and going, Jehovah's Witness, and just fucking.
That
Let's just see what happens.
happened with another party, and then a whole wall turned into lava and stabbed us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not.
Mhm.
Yeah, lava spikes were really fun. Not only did they stab us, they exploded with lava once they were in us.
Yeah, our previous DM's evil daughters came up with that.
Our old DM has a couple of rather sinister daughters when they want to be.
Mhm.
They can come up with some pretty evil plans for us.
Yeah, he's a horror writer. They took after him.
Checking for traps, triggers along the edges and frames of the door, pressure switches near the front of the door. Is the door visibly locked? I feel like you should just copy and paste that at this point. Like
Right?
seems like
I
a.
mean, honestly, Jonathan, especially since your voice is bad, if you want to just take it as read that that's how you will check doors from now on, then I will let you know if something prevents you from doing it in that manner. So we can take it as read that you're doing all of these things unless I say something stopping you.
That sounds good, like a good idea.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jonathan?
Just give me an investigation roll and we're set.
Sounds good. All right.
Yeah.
Investigations.
Wow.
This is where I would use a chronal shift.
You no longer remember how people get from one side of a wall to another.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Why'd the chicken cross the road? Cross the road?
Can I
What do you mean?
Can I
You
can I
can
re-roll
that.
this? No.
Only if you have an inspiration, which I will admit I'm a lot more.
I've heard of doors.
I have an
before.
inspiration I will give you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
I realize that I'm a lot cheaper with inspiration than some other DMs. Just please know that that's on purpose, and I don't just forget. I don't believe that you should get a do-over on everything. So
Yeah,
I
it's
try
fair point.
Yeah.
Did you catch
Oh,
that
you're
with the
beyond
inspiration,
30%,
Jonathan?
Yeah, I can't do it.
Jonathan is typing.
Okay.
Either that, or you can just tell Hiss it's fine. And I'll just go for it.
I can try. I mean, it's
Hold on.
we'll see what Jonathan says, and then I'll decide on that.
Sounds good. I can always toss guidance on him for like the next one as well.
Yes, I thought there was something about re-rolling one since I'm a rogue.
no, that's a halfling luck thing.
Oh,
And
well, then that's. I don't think that's on. Is it on saving throws? I think it is. It is, and he rolled a 1.
But I don't
It's not
think
saving
it's on
throw.
ability checks, is it?
Yeah, it's not a saving throw. It's an ability check.
Yeah, this is an ability check, not a saving throw.
Oh.
Let me just double check that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put guidance on him for the next one.
Okay.
I understand I would be able to do it.
When you roll, Lucky, when you roll a 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the die.
Oh, ability check. Cool. Go for it.
Cool. Yeah, you can.
Okay, and I'm still gonna put that guidance on him for the next one, just in case, you know.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. I don't have to give up my inspiration then.
It's all yours.
So yeah,
actually, at least half the time I give away my inspirations to other people.
Jonathan, you can give me another investigation check.
Another one.
16.
Yeah, the door is not locked. Is neither locked nor trapped in any way. In fact, it was standing about half an inch open.
Oh no!
Okay.
He's just looking at Rowan expectantly, like, what did we find out? Like,
You've been hitting that halfling's leaf there, Rowan? Didn't notice the door was cracked open when you decided
from
to
where
check?
I hit my head on it the first time. In that case, Hiss opens the door.
As you opened the door. Whoa, hold on.
Whoop.
Yeah, sorry. Some of this lighting stuff is really neat, and some of it's a huge pain in the ass sometimes. This room is wet, and the walls are covered with a slimy white buildup. Gross. There's about 1.5 inches of water and mud blanketing the floor. Many overturned pedestals and pieces of broken statuary lie on the floor, partially buried in the mud. Opposite the entrance to this room, further to the west, is another door. Only one pedestal remains standing in the northwest corner. On it, well, you're not really close enough to see what's on it yet, so screw you. Walk over it.
Yeah. His sees
is made out of mud.
Yeah, his sees Big Man and goes over to Big Man.
Basically, everything in this room is wrecked except for one statue that's over to the northwest.
Is it difficult terrain, I'm assuming?
I mean, I don't want to actually roll it as difficult terrain, but you gotta be careful.
Clamber over things and stuff, yeah. Okay.
If you decide you have to run, then we'll start to worry about penalties, but it's not technically difficult terrain at this point. It's just, it's gross. It's muddy and wet and nasty.
Yeah.
All
right. I will head in as well.
All right. I will move carefully.
I look. Is that big statue there? I'd like to look at the big statue.
Yeah, one pedestal remains standing in the northwest corner. On it, let me see if I have a handout for it. I have handouts for some stuff, random shit.
Stuff we'll
seriously,
overthink for an hour.
Every 3 rooms there'll be this random. Nope, not here.
I'm not seeing the statue.
No, you
No, it's
can't.
not.
It's not on the map. It's
Okay.
It's give or take right here by his.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um,
And his is saying, "Ew."
on it, Smith sits a small metallic 3-sided pyramid. Well, technically 4-sided, but all of the sides are triangular. I hate that 3-sided pyramid shit.
That would be a. I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I don't remember what they're called.
It's square-based pyramid.
It's not a tetrahedron, it's a pyramid.
Okay.
Yeah, square-based
Careful
pyramid. I
what
can't
may be
remember
under
what
the surface, Rowan is saying. Yeah, he's probably
Overhead in the shadow draped ceiling are inlaid colored tiles depicting a starry sky and forming strange patterns in the areas amongst the pedestals.
Interesting.
called.
Is there a pedestal in each corner? Is that what we're saying?
No, there are broken pedestals in the other corners. Only this one seems to be, and it's not entirely whole, it's just still standing. And on
Okay.
it sits that small metallic pyramid.
There's also that door at the other end of the room.
And there's a door here further out to the west. And once again, you can just look around and see at this point that the walls are still coated with that, what you would just presume by now to be caustic lime.
Ouch.
Wow, what is with my Arcana rolls today? I've never even heard of magic. I don't know what magic is.
What were you trying to check there?
I was just checking the statue thing, see if there was anything.
Oh.
Can I roll I don't know. I mean, I think the most sensible thing is has anybody checked the front door? That's a good idea.
I mean, again, there's a pedestal with the silver pyramid sitting on it. There's a door to the west.
Door here.
I would like to examine this pyramid.
Okay. It's
You
interesting.
can do that, and I will head back.
It's actually interesting. It appears to be made of silver, and it I don't know how to describe this. Give me just a second to try and come up with something that makes me seem clever.
Can I say something quickly here, Greg? I get the impression that this is a campaign that I get the impression it's something that you'd normally come down here with somebody that can speak the friggin' language, or something along the line.
This was initially created as part of the Greyhawk setting when they were building Oriental Adventures, and this isn't Oriental Adventures. This is more Aztec Central American stuff, but they were trying to bring in other cultures. Like in the realms, this would typically be Chult.
Yeah.
Since I was blending it in with the other Yawning Portal stuff, so yeah.
No, makes sense.
It was an intention. It was an intention to bring in some other cultural stuff. Nargle, it's interesting. It's silver, it's carved, but you get the impression that it's something that you think Ash or especially Athelion might want to take a look at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Guys, I got a feeling about this pyramid. There's something about it, and I think maybe one of you magic people ought to check it out.
And it's only about 3 inches high. It's not like a huge thing.
And what kind of check would that be? Just Arcana again, or?
Give me a religion check, both of you, or whoever's looking at it.
Surely I don't fail this.
Okay.
Was the pyramid designed by Jeff Lemire and holds Moon Knight inside?
Oh God.
13.
Okay, actually, I can work with this. Ash,
Mm-hmm.
you're vaguely uncomfortable with this pyramid, not it feels harmful, but because of your own history and your own background, it just feels like something that doesn't belong, like in your world, so to speak. And Athelian, while you get almost like a clouded vision of a waning moon in your head, something about the pyramid just doesn't check out to you.
Okay.
Like it feels like it should make sense, or there, you should see some kind, but you don't.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna
again,
share that.
it doesn't
There's a
seem
wrongness about
harmful. It doesn't seem harmful to either of you. It just seems wrong.
Okay.
Like culturally wrong, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yes.
So like we don't feel like it belongs here.
Yeah.
No, actually, you do
mean-
feel like it belongs here. You don't feel like it belongs in the rest of the world.
Oh, otherworldly. I see.
Like it doesn't belong in your world.
Okay.
Like it could be, like it could be from another plane.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Or it could just be from an ancient and forgotten civilization.
Yeah, well, that's definite for definite.
Okay.
No, actually, Evie Catcher, it's an unidentified sitting object. And as you look around, yeah, it's a USO. As you all look around the rest of the room, because I'm just going to presume that you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other statuary, which is fallen, none of which appears to be sober, all seems to be in similar styles. And while none of it seems quite as off, Athelian, something, you just don't feel like this pyramid would sit well with Seluna. Not that she would punish you for having it, just it doesn't belong.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it both of you get the impression it may be something that scholars would be interested in.
Well, yeah, for sure.
So like it's small, like small enough for us to take if we wanted
Yeah,
to.
it's only like 3 inches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna put my hands up and be like, if y'all want to take it, I'm not touching it. My goddess would not be okay with this.
Yeah.
Well,
That
that sounds like a bit of a warning in and of itself. Well, I mean, what are you thinking?
Man, it doesn't seem harmful. It's just there's a wrongness about it.
Yeah, there's definitely something. Also,
almost a religious wrongness about it.
Did we check it for like? Is there a way for us to check it for traps? Like, if we were to grab it, would it do something? Is my
that's the thought.
Magical, though.
Maybe we just don't touch it for now.
Can we do detect magic and check for traps?
We can do that.
It'll take you 10 minutes in a wet room full of caustic lime.
Oh yeah, we should probably get out of this room.
Well, I mean, okay. I think there's something about this thing. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
I mean,
I got a feeling like we should take it with us, but I'm just one vote over here.
You're probably right, but I want to be sure it's safe.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, okay. Perception. Ooh, do.
Well, do you think it's worth a couple points of damage to sit around here to find out?
Stats. 13.
All right. Something about that western wall around the door seems odd to you.
The western, so west is
what
this
would be
way?
South to us? Yeah.
Yeah. There's something around that western wall that seems odd to me.
Should we continue west? Jonathan wants to know.
Well,
so
his takes a quick look.
Once he says that, I want everyone to make a nature roll.
Okay. Nature.
Guys, there's something weird over here.
Well, nature is something I can do.
No, there's not.
Oh no. Oh, Ash got us, thank goodness.
Wow. Okay, Ash. While the western wall is slimy, above and around the door, which kind of makes sense. And this, even though the slime is kind of green, it's oozing a little bit, and it appears to be algae growing heavily on the wall around the door.
There's algae growing on the wall behind the door, and I point out where it is and what
Doesn't that mean there's water on the other side of the wall?
possibly.
Surely we won't open this door and be confronted with a wave of water.
That would suck.
Whatever should we
The
do?
door looked like it would hold back a bunch of water, though.
Well, I mean, there's no door, there's no water coming underneath the door where there's like the door is not flush with the floor. There's a crack and you don't see water
Yeah.
underneath. It's
Okay.
just,
Yeah.
there's just
That's good to know.
there's just like a fuck ton of algae, and everyone who doesn't have the nice air bubble
Peace
takes
and
8
right.
points of damage and starts
8
coughing.
points.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys.
I have lost 14 points to this already.
Well, we need to start figuring out what we can do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Air,
I don't think there's a.
tell that it's flat out.
I don't
You
remember
have
who,
it. You
who
have it,
had the
Rowan.
bubble. Oh,
You have it, mate.
I'm
You had it.
prioritizing all the low HP characters.
Yeah.
It is some spicy algae.
Mhm.
Okay, at this point, I want to check in with like Nargle and everyone, and just how are we feeling? Like, how are we looking? This is my nice way of saying what's your HP at.
well, I'm okay, but if I take too much more of this, if I take a couple more chunks out of that like that, I'm definitely not gonna be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if anything else happens, I think I'll do like a big spell.
Mhm.
That way I don't waste it now. I want to make sure we get the most use out of it. And everyone else is kind of
Let's
okay.
head back to the main chamber and head north.
Yeah, I think we
Uh,
check the other. I mean, if y'all want to go into this room, we can. But
Well, I'm curious about this statue. I haven't really investigated it that much. I'd like to have a little bit.
Okay.
The statue, the pedestal that you saw is where the silver pyramid was sitting.
yeah,
Oh,
that's what
okay.
we're all looking at.
Well, this
here.
thing over here.
So
You said it was over here.
you have in fact investigated that.
Okay.
Well then, what should I take the pyramid? Is what I'm trying. Do you want me to do
I think
that?
we need to choose which direction we want to go if we take the pyramid. That way we have
Okay.
like a clear way out. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be the safest.
That would be north.
We did not. We did not have. We did not have a great amount of luck doing that. Going that way. You mean north? What north? What do you mean?
There is
I mean,
no
east,
north.
I'm sorry. Where we
Go
came
back
from.
to the
We can go
east,
here.
where you-
East.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. West.
And nobody has tried the door at the west.
Yeah, and
No.
we could. I mean, we just know algae. That's like the only thing we know, which probably
I mean,
means
I could
it's
be on the door and
I
then
will
like-
say the algae isn't covering the door. It's like above it and around it, just growing on the wall.
Piss goes to have a little look at the door. It's a curious boy. Do I need to roll an investigation check on the door? No. I think
Yeah.
this just goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a door. I mean, unless you're just going to open it, you can always just open
I'll go for an I'll go for an investigation check, and depending on how badly I roll, his just opens it. David, we got
anything wrong? Let Jerry open the door.
we got the players on auto Lou again, haven't we?
Yeah.
Un momento, gracias.
Oh, I open. Guys!
Yes, it open. The walls and ceilings of this hallway are coated with slime, and the floor of the passage is coated with a thick layer of mud. Through the muck, a steady stream of water trickles northward, away from you, around this corner that you can see down to the west. The stucco on the walls is flaking off, although it doesn't seem to be quite as liquidy as the crap you've been dealing with. And There are glowing silver tracks in the slime crisscrossing both the walls and the ceiling.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not there yet. That's it. And then about 20 feet to your west, you see that the hallway bends to the north.
Yeah, we're gonna be rolling some
I
initiative.
will
to
note,
find out.
just so you don't feel the need to ask, when Hiss opened the door, none of the algae around it reacted more than you would expect, like a little bit of tremor on the wall when you open a door on a wall full of slime.
Alright.
Okay.
Like, it didn't react. Let me
Yeah.
put it that way.
Okay. Well, that Wade seems not great.
Hiss goes, guys, I found a door. This is good.
Well,
Very good, yes. Like we could never have done without you.
our only goal would be the Western Shore.
As I light the door, I'm going down this way. His is like very, very curious. This is one of his bad character traits. Is he's so curious. He's like, oh, let's go down here. Like,
Oh, I just don't think this is a good idea.
I'm
No.
not sure it is
I think
either.
we're in for a fight. That's my feeling.
I'm just gonna let him do his thing. If that is the mud doing anything to him, do we hear any like screams of pain or anything?
No.
Okay.
Somebody should go after him before he does something really
All right.
not safe.
Y'all better bring your happy asses.
I'm coming.
I mean, we're coming, but we can't be.
Everybody, look, I'm a Rowan. And he's
South.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, we got the Lone Star State up here.
quickly, voice in my head, tell me this room.
Okay. As you notice, the hallway turns to the north. Along the east wall of this passage, a bit to your north, stands a 12-foot tall stone statue of a man outfitted in fine clothing. Wait, I think I actually have one for this.
Guys, there's an even bigger man in here. He's huge. Like,
of a man outfitted in fine clothing holding a stone tray in his raised arms. His eyes appear to be black gemstones, the right one drooping a bit out of its socket, balancing on the statue's cheek. From behind the left shoulder,
Is that an actual sword?
protrudes the hilt of what appears to be a weapon, most likely a sword. The stone tray, as well as the forehead and the nose of the statue, are chipped and cracked.
the shinies.
Is there anything on the tray, or perhaps spots where the dust is lessened that looks like maybe there was stuff on the tray?
Are you going to approach?
Yes, absolutely.
Remember that
shiny.
That tray itself is about 8 feet off the ground, and you're about you're about 2 foot.
I can't see that. Hey, Hiss, I think you're probably taller. I'm curious if there's anything on that tray, or if there was anything on that tray.
Hiss starts going. He's just jumping to try and say.
You can very easily tell that the easiest way to reach the sword in his back, or the gems in his face, or the tray, would be simply to climb up the statue and stand on the tray itself.
This screams trap.
Yep.
I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling the statue is going to come to life, try to attack us.
Yeah,
Can I roll an investigation check on the statue just to make sure it's not going to do anything like that?
I just want to say that taking stuff from the Aztecs did not work out very well for the Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm just saying.
Nothing good is going to come of this, Rowan says. He's probably not wrong.
Hold on. What did he say?
Nothing good is going to come of this.
That's true.
And there is a doorway at the end as well.
You do see a doorway farther along to the north, along with the statue.
Okay. Hiss is going to roll an investigation check on the statue, just to try and figure out
Oh, it'll be better than the last investigation roll.
What are you
Yeah.
investigating?
I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know if this would. I'm just trying to figure out. It seems like I'm just. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe that's just David asking. To be fair. No.
I mean, those two things can overlap.
Yeah, I know they can. It's just like maybe he's just trying to investigate what's on top of the. Would it be just a straight perception check to see if I can reach to see on top of the pedestal to see if there's like what he's holding?
Jonathan has an interesting idea.
I mean, he's holding a tray that appears to be chipped. His face appears to be chipped. There appears to be the hilt of a weapon in his back. You can't tell from where you are if it's stone or some other material.
Jonathan suggests that perhaps we should secure our escape plan by investigating the doors before playing fuck sticks with the statue.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
So,
but
just, what is this you've been doing while you've been attempting to investigate?
I think his was just trying to. I think I'd go back on my investigation check for now. I think I might come back to it when I've got a bit more information about the room, if that's all right. So I think I was just jumping the gun as a player and going like, oh, I'll go custom investigation, but actually I don't have enough information yet.
Okay.
To start investigating anything in particular.
All right.
We'll investigate the statue at some point. I just need to figure out why.
Rowan, do you want to try checking that door for traps then for us?
Yeah.
It's just an idea. Let's look into the doors. Yep.
Yeah, okay. That's a good idea.
All right, go ahead.
We also need to remember that pyramid as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
somebody make a note of the silver pyramid. Just put an 8 by it, please, in parentheses. Make my life easier.
Okay. I did that.
So we picked up the pyramid, yeah? Cool.
Yeah. So you want to check the doors?
We did not pick it up, no.
Yeah, we didn't pick it up yet.
Okay.
Wait, did you or did you not pick up?
No, we did not.
No,
we didn't yet. We want to, but we wanted to secure our exit to a safer area first.
Okay.
I wanted to pick it up, but the general feeling of the group was that we needed to see what our other options were before we tried picking it up.
The pyramid may be a key to something later. That's probably true.
Yeah.
Just remember that it contains kind of notes to the state how far this goes.
Jonathan, can you check your dice rolling setting? Because I'm not seeing any of your rolls, even though I hear them.
I'm seeing his rolls. Oh.
No, his most recent
Oh,
one.
no, he's not.
Yeah, I heard it as well, but I didn't see it.
Oh.
I haven't seen it. I haven't rolled it just yet.
Under dice options on the setting.
Bam!
Nice.
And you were checking the doors at the end. So, two corroded. Oh no, that's not doors. Two. Sorry, sometimes this is backwards, and I gotta like read all the way around to.
I don't think any of us are tripping, Greg.
Yeah, you're good.
I am a little because it's really annoying.
We're just sorry you're dealing with that.
Well, I just don't want you to feel that that's coming from us at all.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that. The doors into this room, the doors that you see are made of bronze and are tinted blue from oxidation. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you don't see anything. The doors don't appear to be trapped in it. It's almost as if you've gotten this far inside and it was just, people walking around.
And if they're
Okay.
bronze, they're probably not covered in the same
They're
lime
bronze,
stuff, right?
but they're also oxidized. So, take that as you will. They're old.
All right.
I'm just trying to ascertain whether or not we're going to hurt ourselves by trying to open them.
Might have been a one.
It doesn't sound like it if it doesn't have the lime on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't see that corrosive lye all over the doors in front of you.
Would
All
you
right.
would you like me to open this door, or do you want to open it yourself, Ryan?
How about we have the less squishy guy open the door?
Yeah, cool. I can open the door. I open the door. Boom. Door
I think
is
Rowan, out of
open.
our entire group, has died the most amount of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some of those decisions were a little wacky.
Well, they were.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
As you open that door, the water, which is somewhat dirty, flowing from where it's been flowing from, continues flowing through the north across here and down some stairs into a larger area that I will describe only if you approach them. But right where you are, just inside the doorway, are two small alcoves to the east and west. Each space contains what appears to be an old fountain, cracked and crusted with lime. Not sticky, gooey lime, because aren't we all getting a little tired of that?
Yep.
Just lime. But around the fountain in the eastern alcove, a heap of rubbish litters the floor. The fountain in the western alcove still holds some green, scummy water, and there's almost movement on the surface of the water. A short hall ending in descending steps leads away from the north to a larger chamber, which you can barely see but appears to be flooded by a dark, foul pool covering the entire floor. From there beyond, you can tell that the hall opens up. And blah, blah, blah. You can't see that. You can't see that. The stone does appear from what you can see further into the next room. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I forgot to let you see what you can see.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that's it. It opens to the east and west. Fountain to the east appears to be dried up and surrounded by clutter. Fountain to the west appears to have some brackish water in it that almost seems like it might be moving.
Mhm.
The walls are coated with lime, so just don't touch the walls.
Yeah.
If you get thrown into the walls, or if you can throw someone else into the walls, then we'll deal with that. I'm not worried about the rest of it.
I seriously cannot even hear the word brackish without thinking of Kitty. Am I the only one? You know the band Kitty from Canada?
No.
The metal all-girl band? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ask before we start going through into this room. Have we done everything that we want to in the previous rooms? Because I know we're going quite quick now.
Well, there's the pyramid.
And the statue.
Yeah, I want to go get the pyramid if everyone's good with that.
All right,
Yeah.
let me investigate the statue first. I just want to look at it. I don't want to do anything to it.
I think I'll
All right.
actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah, I'll
investigating?
join you with that, but no, you got that covered.
Ash just
investigating
Batman
the
that motherfucker.
True.
But I mean, Ash is just standing by the statue, so what are you investigating?
I was looking at the statue, trying to see if there's anything unusual about it.
Let's see. It's stone, maybe a bit old. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's standing, so it's not like it's about to fall over. You can't really tell how long it's been standing or how stable it is or how much weight it might take to get it to move, if something can move, or any of that fun stuff.
Are there any? Well, I guess I have to move over there. Hold on. Let me go over here. Are there any marks on the floor that suggest that this thing has ever moved or been moved across the floor or anything?
No.
No?
Mm.
Okay.
History, he wants that sword.
Mm.
Uh,
I can cast detect magic if you guys want.
Yeah, might be a good idea.
I
I'll do
kind of
that.
think that might be a good idea to on the pyramid as well, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
If I see a
the
the
couple
reason
things
why
that
we
pop
didn't is because the water in that room, it was going to take 10 minutes and it would damage us.
Right?
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess okay. Well, do we want to get the pyramid and bring it out of the room and then
yeah,
and
I think we
then
should do that
examine it?
before we
Okay.
mess with this, if that's okay
Hold
with
on.
everybody.
All right.
That sounds like a
Someone
good
could
idea.
help me up to the tray, and I might be able to investigate.
If you want to do that, Rowan, I can give you a boost.
Can we get the
Yeah.
pyramid just real quick, or can I?
Yeah, I think we get the pyramid.
I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
Okay, yeah, because I don't
Alright.
want to touch it because it's not
Alright.
it's against my religion, and that would be weird for Athelian to do.
Right?
I know that
I'm
it's-
worried we're gonna get something bad.
Here
Gonna
is
happen when
her
we do
in
that.
this spot.
But I
Right.
will. I'll be between the two of you guys.
Maybe the pyramid's
Okay.
supposed to go on the tray.
I love it when parties split up.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't say that,
splitting the party
Greg.
is always a good idea. Yes, that's why I'm trying not to split us up too much.
Let Scooby do this shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I have that spell thing on me, so like I could quickly grab it so that you don't have to go in the water again.
But it's against your goddess told you not.
Oh,
to.
I'm gonna throw it at you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not actually gonna throw it. I'm just, I'm gonna hand it off as fast as possible.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Oh, hold on. Rowan wants to get the pyramid first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
let's do
no,
that.
he said let's get the pyramid first.
Oh,
Okay. Do
Okay,
you want to
yeah.
go with us, or was that just a let's do?
I
this?
think it's just a comment.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
Well, I will be here to catch it if you wanna do it.
I'm not gonna actually throw it before Greg comes out.
Okay.
All right.
But I will
Chris,
walk
we
up.
may
And,
need you. Hold on.
yeah. I'll wait.
No, you're fine. Do what you gotta do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said it was like over here, right, in this area,
Mhm.
if I remember.
Northwest. So what appears to be southwest on your here.
Mhm.
Oh, it's over. Oh, right. Okay, that's where the statue was. Right. Okay.
Yeah, like
All
there's statuary in every corner, but they're all broken and crumbled except for this
Right.
one, which has that silver pyramid on it.
Okay, I'm
Cool.
gonna very carefully pick it up and hand it to Narble.
Okay. I will say, Athelian, while you're holding it, you don't
Yeah.
particularly enjoy holding it. There's nothing painful. Your goddess isn't striking you down. It's just you just don't like it. I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
tell
no other-
Nargle, like, let's be careful showing anybody this because it might have some weird connotations to certain people.
All right. I will put it inside my jacket.
If
Okay.
I can think of a better description, I will, but I'm just
Yeah, I
Alright.
understand what you mean. Yeah.
it doesn't
Alright,
hurt you. You're not really afraid of it. You just don't like it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Mm.
no thank
But
you.
you do find it interesting.
All
I'm
right.
gonna be like cleaning my hands and stuff too, like being very extra about it. Like, get this off of me.
Okay.
Well, clean your hands on the way. Let's get back with the group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, we're back over here.
All right.
Yeah. We're back.
All right.
Alrighty. So
We
now we're
have the
back.
pyramid. Do you want me to try putting the pyramid on the tray?
You can try.
It was just suggested.
You can try.
What do we think as a group here? What does it
I'm
taste
okay
like,
with that.
Nargle?
Honestly, I think putting any amount of pressure on that might trigger something. So if we all just stand back and do that, that could be a good way to test that.
That's why I'm saying that.
I'd rather not mess with it, but I know we're curious, so might as well.
Yeah, you know how this party is.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Panicking and then tossing up. Yeah. No.
So
Either of you gonna
should I try tossing it onto the tray?
mm, somebody needs to
To be
toss
fair,
that one.
hang on. Yeah.
I will say,
Rowan's just
since you guys said you were like looking at the tray and such, there are no triangle shaped gaps in the dust on the tray.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I already asked about this.
You
It
did
doesn't
ask-
look like there was anything on the tray before.
It doesn't look like it doesn't look like it had been sitting there recently and someone moved it. That kind of thing. Just you don't see that anything in particular has been sitting on the tray. There's just some dust.
Is it perhaps a message from Conchu?
And screw Conchu. I liked Moonlight better before they gave him the whole dissociative personality.
Yeah.
Mark Spector for the win, and the other two are just cover IDs. And I may not die on that hill, but someone will.
And his name was Mark Spector. Well, did you want Rowan?
Right.
Rowan, did you want me to toss you up there?
Nobody tosses a dwarf, but definitely toss the halfling.
Toss a halfling. Toss a halfling. Like,
He says, "Hand it to me and then toss me up."
yeah.
Baby.
Yes, but first hand me the pyramid. Okay.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
If that's
Okay.
what you want, I will hand you the pyramid.
As you wish.
I'm not
Saw
saying I
that,
love
Ash.
you to Rowan.
I too am going to step back with Ash here, and we're hanging out.
Oh damn! Y'all are like hiding around the corner. Way to show party solidarity.
Listen,
I know.
I'll come up a little bit so I
I'm
can see
showing
what's
party
happening.
solidarity by not dying. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Noggle, do you want to also hide behind the corner? It's okay.
You're
we can take
showing
it.
party
Whatever
solidarity
gets you
by not dying.
Yeah.
Whatever gets
I
you
mean,
through the 10
If
day.
you want to,
Yeah, I'll just pretend that makes sense.
Yeah, you all hide.
You know, I can't support the party if I'm dead, obviously.
Yeah, we're supporters.
Okay, so
I imagine that Hiss is like grabbing Rowan, and then he looks over his shoulder, and you're all just sat there in the background going. It's like, oh.
Somebody's gonna keep you all alive.
what
when
are
this
y'all
goes to hell.
doing?
I'm gonna toss Rowan.
He's holding him up there, up towards the tray, and he has the pyramid.
Do I need to roll a strength check to try and toss Rowan up that statue so he can get up there?
Yep.
Yeah. Strength check. Come on, Rowan. We can get you up there. 16.
As soon as Rowan gets up there and grabs on, the statue starts to overbalance forward. Now, Rowan and Hiss, I need dex checks.
Mm.
There
Dex
is
checks
a
or save.
falling on you.
Oh,
Come on, Hiss.
where's the rope?
Hiss.
Manages to get out of the way, which is odd because he jumps off of it as he's falling. However, Hiss takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage from the statue.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry. This is good. Like, don't worry, Rowan. I'll catch you. Oh.
The statue falls over and breaks into chunks.
Oh, damn. Well, I guess you can get the sword now.
It's just
Yeah.
This is just.
Probably an obsidian sword, but okay.
Did you get it?
I didn't catch that, Steve. What? Something about the sword?
It's probably just an obsidian sword.
Ah.
That's what the Mayans actually had used.
You notice.
These
I assume you're going to search through the rubble.
Yeah.
Cowards. I mean, Nargle, Ash, and Effie. Will you be doing the search through the rubble?
Nope.
No.
I mean,
No.
if they need help.
I can do it at a distance if my mate can. It's fine.
You find what was functioning as the eyes are two pieces of very well polished obsidian worth approximately 10 gold pieces each.
Mm-hmm.
Very nicely carved.
And sharp as fuck.
The sword is a slightly curved long sword. It does appear to be fashioned of a black crystalline stone. I would need someone to study it for a while to tell exactly what. With the hilt and workings of laminated wood inset with jagged teeth along the blade.
Yeah.
So it's a very nice and somewhat frightening looking black longsword, which is really cool.
Okay, let's see.
I'm not. I'm not a
It was
stone
not
expert.
harmed in any way by the fall.
I am
can
not a
do an
stone
investigation
expert,
on
but what? I'm a little weirded out by what is with the black crystalline stone?
Well,
I've never
I
even
know
heard of a
that
rock like that before.
because Ash already called out obsidian, but on site you couldn't tell if maybe this was carved from obsidian or carved from onyx and worked with obsidian, or maybe it was somehow obsidian, because obsidian is a very brittle
Right?
stone.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
all I'm saying is it's going to take some studying and identification before
Okay,
you know
okay.
exactly what the sword's made of.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. I'll identify it once.
It's not like you stare into it and see the depth of the night staring back at you. It's just an
Yeah.
interesting sword that's black.
Yeah. It might be, but it might just be a regular obsidian sword. I mean,
It
these
really
are
might be.
common. They're really common in Mesoamerican cultures.
Exactly, which is what this is loosely based on. And now, before we proceed to do anything else weird, I'm going to go make some tea.
It is tea time.
Fine.
Because let's face it, you're going to do some weird stuff.
What?
Mhm.
That's why I didn't touch anything, because I was like, if something happens, I just want to be ready to heal. It wasn't a slight against anyone. I was just like, nope, not touching that.
No,
I'll be back in a few.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Let me head up to.
Oh my god, hi.
It's a wonderful
Any dark skies are coming?
planet. Hmm. Hmm.
I can't figure out if I also want tea or not.
By the way, just for the record, I would like to apologize if you felt chastised.
For who?
Puns mentioned feeling chastised.
Oh, that was a joke. No, I was not being serious about that.
Ah, okay.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
All right.
It is very confused now.
All right. Hmm.
Very confused.
You're drinking Coors tea, yo.
Hmm.
Are you really drinking a beer right now?
Yeah, I was going to say the tea of champions.
Is it beer
Yeah.
o'clock? And you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Is it really beer o'clock if you're drinking Coors?
I'll be real with you.
That's fair. Yeah.
No.
I think we need actual beer if we're gonna do that.
Mm.
I'll be very honest.
Road. I don't
I
blame
got
you.
Dos Equis in the fridge, but I don't have any Coors.
I'll be very honest with you. If beer o'clock was 1:30 in the morning, then that's a very dangerous time for beer o'clock.
I'm a Heineken guy myself.
Ooh.
I'm a drink of whiskey. I'm not.
I do like whiskey, but I have since grown to very fine taste for it. If it doesn't cost like $30 to $50 a bottle, I'm probably not going to drink it.
Wow. To be fair, I will happily scull a full bottle of Jack Daniels.
Well, that's a good $30 bottle there.
It's $30.
Yeah,
That's dirt cheap in the UK.
you're talking about a fifth, right?
I'm talking about a decent sized bottle.
Yeah.
That's not. That's
You're
not.
talking about. Well, what you just did look like a half gallon.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like a 750 milliliter bottle. It's like $30 of Jack.
Let me just see if I've got my emergency bottle under the sofa. Give me a second.
His emergency bottle of Jack. I love it.
I'm not actually joking, and there is genuinely a bottle of Jack Daniels under here. There it is. To be fair, this is that's a big one.
Hold on.
I see the typing. I've been waiting. Explain why you're not sharing.
Some magic here. They are dark here in Susanville now. Snow in the
I've got
form of liquid. I am drinking tea. It's called forest tea.
So you're actually drinking, like actually.
Yeah.
What measurements do you guys use?
I'm just wondering if I should go grab one, but I'm not gonna drink by myself.
Hey, I'll tell you this: if I had a Heineken, I'd join you.
Ooh.
What measurements do you guys use in America? Is it liters?
Milliliters.
Yeah,
Should be 750, right?
Liter bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's about what, maybe, I don't know, maybe 20 quid. It's that 20 quid.
Okay.
I don't know what the exchange rate is. Maybe it is about 30. I don't think it would be.
Honestly, the best whiskey I personally ever drink is Jameson 12 year.
Oh no, Jameson's. Oh no. Jameson's is not the one in the. Oh no, that's. So I'll tell you what Jameson's is in the UK. Jameson's, if you're on a night out and you're going to a club or anything, Jameson's is the stuff that gets served after all the JD's gone.
Yeah, maybe regular Jameson. Jameson 12 year is, I mean, that's the kind of stuff you swish around in your mouth because you're tasting all the notes and flavors of it and shit.
I'm not that guy. Like I said, I'm not a Jameson's fan, regardless of what year it is. I like Jack Daniels. I like Lagavulin. Lagavulin's good. I like a lot of Japanese whiskey. Japanese whiskey is fantastic. That is phenomenal shit right there. But no, I can't do Jameson's.
I'm Irish, so I'm kind of partial.
So am I, but just can't hack it. But no,
I think you might be the only person I've ever heard say that Jameson isn't good.
I think if you came, I'll be honest. I think if you came to the UK, honest to God, if you came to the UK, you'd have a general consensus that Jameson's the shit that people don't drink. They just don't. Like, we would rather drink a bottle of Lagavulin or, like I said, any form of not a Scotch blend, because Scotch blend's kind of shite as well. But yeah, and to be fair, there's not that many people that actually drink whiskey in the UK. Now that I think about it, they are.
Kessler? Are you fucking kidding me, Jonathan? Kessler?
I've really tried Kessler.
Kessler is a guaranteed hangover that will last all goddamn day.
But can you make it in less than 4 parsecs?
Oh, that's got to be one of my
Right,
biggest problems in any film ever was when they did the Han Solo film on its own, and they showed him doing the Kessel run, and of course everyone talks about like, oh, he does the Kessel run in however many parsecs,
less than 4 parsecs, yeah.
Less than 4 parsecs, and the whole point of like people criticizing that line is that parsec is a measurement of distance, not of time, right?
Yeah.
So what they could have done is they could have had Han Solo taking a shortcut. They could have fixed everything. They could have had him taking a shortcut doing the Kessel run. They could have had him taking a shortcut and being like, oh, he actually completed it really quickly and he did it in less distance. But no, they don't do that. They just
that's exactly how I remember it. They didn't take the standard run, and that's why they made it sooner.
very, very true, but they never mention it as a point of distance, and it really winds me up as they should have just gone like, all right, we completed it quicker because we did it shorter. They should have said something, because now they are, oh god, you were drinking. Okay.
Foster's is better.
What?
Foster's,
It's better than Coors. That's all I'm saying.
Of course, it's better than Coors. But to be fair,
Keystone. Ooh.
Keystone. Oh
fair,
man.
rat piss is better than fucking Coors. Like, it's just like
Sheesh.
a swift kick to the genitalia is better than drinking a can of Coors.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you wholeheartedly on that one.
Nah,
That seems a bit exaggerated.
nah, lads. Nah,
I do not touch my genitals. I'll drink the fucking Coors, okay?
nah,
I think I know why he thinks that way, but I'm confused myself.
nah. I stand by my fucking decision, and I mean it. Can't look it until you drink it. I can't. I'll fuck it up. I'd rather piss on an electric fence than drink a bottle of coffee.
You
Anyway.
are a masochistic
That reminds me
fucker when it comes to
yeah.
drinking.
Yeah. No, you don't have to drink the Coors. It's okay.
Sorry, these are very standard phrases that I use in the UK. It's like we'd rather.
Yeah.
I'd rather urinate lightning and
I think this one is for you, there, David.
stop building a electric fence. Thank you.
He's got you covered, that guy.
As the electric fence, I'll have my beer to piss on. Oh dear.
All right. Are we back?
Yeah.
We back.
Alrighty then.
Dark Skies has got you, homie.
That's my buddy.
Yeah.
Actually, Dark Skies is a pretty good movie, come to think of it.
Yeah, he's also pretty good DJ, I hear.
Yeah?
I prefer, as films go, I prefer Iron Sky.
Well,
Anybody
I
remembers that
liked,
shit?
I liked Dark Skies because it took the haunted house trope and turned it into a thing about aliens.
Mm.
And that was just unique. I haven't seen that before.
I liked Iron Sky because it took the Nazis and put them on the moon. That shit was so cool. No lie.
You are
You're
also,
welcome,
buddy.
Stein.
Don't even.
All right, folks. So we're at the statue that just fell on
All right.
it.
And we are searching the rubble.
Yeah.
And you are searching
I'm
the
guessing
rubble.
somebody's picking up the obsidian sword, I'm assuming. Presumably obsidian sword.
And I
Yeah.
am standing at the end of the hall watching.
Is
Respectfully.
there anything?
Respectfully, yeah.
I think it would have happened already.
Is there anything behind the statue now? Like where the statue was? Is there anything behind it?
That is such a good question.
Oh, the answer is no. Like,
No, but no. There. Give me 1 second.
oh,
It was a good thought, though.
yeah.
Thou art searching behind the statue in the. Behind the statue is stone blocks, wedged, accumulated debris. I need perception checks specifically from Rowan, Nargle, and Hiss, since you were the ones right there.
Perception. Oh, come on, Hiss.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy. You beautiful, beautiful.
You notice as the statue fell, there was a crash behind it that sounded like it may have knocked into a wall. Like a little more hollow sounding than one might have expected it to be.
That's ominous.
It's secret.
It sure is.
Hey, David, Jonathan was
What does
talking
it
to you a
say?
minute ago.
Oh. What?
In the chat
So-
on Roll20?
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
appears to be a blank wall with crumbled stone in front of it when you're looking, but you know that you heard something that didn't sound right.
Guys, I heard something behind this wall.
Hmm.
Everyone else, you just saw Hiss throw Rowan at the statue that proceeded to fall on both of them, and now Hiss is spouting some nonsense about it putting
I'm
down.
just gonna look over at Ash and be like, "Oh my god, this is just another day for us, isn't it?"
I imagine that there's that bump that he's had on his head when you all first met him, and there's a matching one on the other side now. It's just,
What did you say, Ash?
I said, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
guys,
Yes.
I'm gonna watch out
we
for
should.
those.
His goes to knock on the wall behind where the statue was. He does the like.
His just rolled a perception check.
Yeah, that was.
I did that a while back.
Okay.
Yeah, Hiss did roll a perception check, and he says that something doesn't sound right about how it sounded when that statue fell and hit the wall.
Oh,
Have we
yeah.
found Have we found the pyramid in the rubble?
Did
Jonathan
you-
had it when he went up there. Rowan had it when he went up there.
I don't think it's
yeah, sure, it's still in his pocket. I'm not even worried about that.
Okay.
mm-hmm.
Jonathan was asking about it. That's all.
You found the 2 obsidian gems on the floor from the statue's eyes, the black stone blade, and Hiss is now telling you that the wall behind the statue needs to be further investigated.
This is hollow, guys. A bit like what you just. This is a bit like how you describe Rowan and Nagel's legs as being hollow.
That doesn't necessarily mean there's a secret door or anything.
Could be
Secret
a
door?
stash, though, or something, maybe.
Stash?
I would like to investigate the wall. Any openings?
Says
Right.
Rowan.
Jonathan.
You want to investigate the wall behind the statue?
Rowan does.
Just give me an investigation check.
Yeah, he confirms.
18. Not bad.
Rowan, you find a concealed catch in the base of where the statue was at the intersection of that wall.
Oh, nice.
That
Cool.
Okay.
Let's see what's in there.
opens a doorway to the north from totally behind the statue.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Jonathan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Nice.
east. It opens a 5-foot passageway to the east.
Okay.
Water beads
Yes.
collect upon the walls of a narrow passage. The flooring is cold and damp. The low ceiling here is only 5 feet tall, further cramping the dark space.
Well, the halflings will have no problem going through there.
Yeah, Jonathan, Rowan, do you want to go first, or do you want Nagel to go first, or do you want me to carry on going first? Your choice.
Hold on. Rowan's trying to communicate something with the group.
He
Yeah,
wants it.
no, he was telling us what Greg told us as the group.
He wants to check
I
if
would
there are
like to check.
traps. Yeah.
Booty traps.
No, you found that catch and the door just swung open. So
I think he
so
means beyond that, like on the floor, like how there was pressure plates and stuff.
are you gonna search every 5-foot square of the hallway?
I guess no.
I'm guessing the message is going to say no.
Just the opening.
Okay, that makes sense then.
You don't see anything around the opening.
All right.
Yeah, Rowan's going first then.
Uh,
Well, actually, Rowan, why don't you let me out in front, and I will call you up front if we need to check something.
Yeah.
Do you want me to crawl in behind?
I think I'll carry
yeah.
on from the back like I have been, just in
We
case.
need to keep the squishy people in back.
So who's in the
Yeah.
front? Nargle's in the front, right?
Nargle's in the
Yeah.
front.
I'm gonna cast guidance on you, so if anything does happen, you'll have that 1d4 in your back pocket.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Anything? I'm only moving a little bit at a time in case something happens.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
I mean, it continues. The ceiling remains at 5 feet, and after a bit, it turns to the north.
Also, Hiss, you're like on your hands and knees.
Yeah, I did say I'm crawling
through
behind.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm crawling behind.
Yeah.
Narla, it's not. You can imagine it's not overly comfortable for any of the tall ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really liking it.
I don't like small spaces.
I gotta say, it's not often you run into a nice halfling-sized hallway.
Do you feel like you're in a dollhouse, perchance?
I do. I feel all, in my environment and everything.
Greg rolling.
In a hole in the ground that lived a hobbit.
Okay. Yep. I'm totally playing this halfling like a hobbit. That's all there is to it.
I think Evie
Good
catched
job.
that small spaces are completely overrated. I don't like them.
Be cautious up here, Jonathan says. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the problem. We have Hiss in the middle of us, and we need you to get up here and check. We're in a very cramped space. We're gonna have to actually go into the hallway and the other hallway to get you out there to look.
I'd just go for it. What's the worst can happen?
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? Lava spikes
Well,
is the
hang
worst
on.
that can happen.
No,
Don't say that when the
time.
DM's listening.
Yeah,
Hang on.
It looks like there's an opening. It doesn't look like there's a door.
Yeah, it
Am I reading
does.
that right, Greg?
Yeah, give me just a moment, please.
Do you know? Have you guys seen The Descent?
Yes, I have.
No.
Okay,
No.
that is.
Maybe
I watch a
maybe
lot of
don't
horror
bring that up
movies.
right now. Don't bring
I-
that up right now.
I
That's the worst.
I watch a lot of horror movies, and that is the only horror movie I watch over and over again that freaks me out every time. When she gets stuck in that little bend, I'm all kind of spazzing out.
I had to study that film in fucking film studies. I've never shit myself more in my life.
Oh my gosh!
And then I was introduced to The Descent 2, which is god awful. One of the worst films I've ever seen in my entire life.
Descent 2?
Don't
Is
bother.
that what you said?
If you haven't seen Descent 2, don't watch it. Do not watch
I
it.
have.
It ruins the first one completely.
Yeah, it was bad. It was
It
bad.
shits the bed in a monumental way. I don't think I can scale the mounds of his cheeks to get ahead of him.
Oh, right.
Gives a whole new meaning to overhill and under cheek.
It does. Okay, so I'm going to, so that we have a door out here, we're going to need Rowan to check.
It's not a door, it's an opening.
No,
Let's
right
go.
here, dude.
Yeah,
That's not-
across the street.
Oh, on the
Here's
other side.
we'll get
Yeah.
into the hallway though.
Yes,
This-
but what we have to do is we have to get out here so that you can get out in front and so that he can get out over here to check.
Well, let's
Yeah,
check the
you're-
hallway first as well.
Yeah.
your little passageway opens into a hallway. As you say, there's a door straight across from you. Let me see if I can find the whole. There's condensation all over the walls here. The door appears, just on look, to be tightly sealed, perhaps even warped, like wedged shut, that old. You do see the door's hinges on this side. Now, at the same time, there is a passageway leading off to the east all by itself.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
presumably the west goes back to the area we came from.
Well, looks like we got a little bit more room in this hallway. Do you
Yeah.
guys want to at least check the door? Honestly, with all the condensation on the wall, I'm a little worried, especially with this door being wedged shut, That I'm a little. There's water behind these walls. Otherwise, we
cracks
wouldn't have
under
the
the door?
algae and the condensation.
Yeah, but is there a crack under the door like the last one?
That's a good question.
And
Is
you
that
really
right?
can't tell that the door across from you to the north is wedged shut. Like it looks
Completely
as if
sealed.
there's
That one
no
might not be a good
space above it. There's no space below it to either side. So you can either mess with that door or you can break off to the east. If you break off to the east, you see a hallway strewn with mud and flotsam, water accumulating in the center of the corridors, flowing westward towards you to where a stone block in that southern wall where you just came through has shifted out of place. It looks like it perhaps may have been what caused that, whatever secret passage or block may have been there to give way. Further along, nothing happens, blah, 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 blah.
Well, I mean, we can vote on this, obviously, but I'm with Rowan. Let's go east.
Yeah,
I don't. I'm.
I think there's a door, but it's hard to make out from
I don't think it's a good idea to open that door. Is what my gut is telling me.
Well, I would say that no. I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. I think east is the best way. I don't think we gain anything from going straight ahead.
yeah, especially if it might drown us.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we don't know that for sure, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we can look around. Maybe we'll find the other side of it
Well,
just as easily. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind, those of us with air bubbles don't have to worry about drowning.
Also, considering where we came from, like this seems like we're going in the right direction. Just naturally, it just feels right.
Mhm.
So up we go. Yes.
We said, by the way, we also established that like they stopped trapping doors and stuff like that. Well, they haven't stopped, but there is less of a chance of them trapping doors now because those first few were. Maybe this was like a way to avoid certain rooms that we've just figured out or something. I don't know.
My thing is, if that rubble behind the door is like that, it's probably for a reason. Like maybe it's before or something.
Yeah, that's more concerning.
And that could be where all the water has come from.
The door contains trouble, perhaps bad air, and stuff we should not touch, like cigarettes.
Yeah, they should.
Okay.
We should totally be smoking pipes and stuff.
Don't smoke, kids. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be knocking smoking pipes. What would you know about it?
It's like losers don't do drugs unless it's steroids. In which case, do lots of. Anyway, no, don't do that. Maybe.
Yeah. Drugs are bad.
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Drugs with a side of bacon.
I'll have you know that hobbits, contrary to the movie, do not smoke pot. They smoke a type of tobacco. The halfling's leaf is not marijuana.
No.
I make the rules in this world.
Oh.
It's PCP.
Whoa, Greg.
Whoa.
We can talk about this.
That's
You
some
guys not
heavy
taking a
shit
sip
right
of this
there.
tea, by the way.
What do our viewers think? What should we do next?
I gotta say, I think old Toby ripped me off.
I imagine that.
Okay, I thought we were in agreement we were going east, but okay.
If you wanted
Yeah, I
some
think he
kind of
also-
rule on what the halfling's leaf is, it's nothing we would identify as either marijuana or tobacco. Specifically, it's simply a soothing leaf that
Yeah.
doesn't immediately give people cancer at the age of 17 because this is my world, damn it.
Mhm.
I love the.
So it's a relaxing it is a relaxing habit that does annoy some because let's face it, it's going to. But there is no real world corollary. If you wanted a comparison, it would be closer to marijuana than anything else. How's that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, then I completely changed my whole thing about smoking.
Oh God,
Cool.
is it the PCP now?
I had no intention of getting high in any way, shape, or form.
If you would prefer it to be something closer to tobacco than marijuana, then we can roll with that.
I would prefer that. I would prefer that because I don't want Nargle intoxicated while we're trying to make decisions. He doesn't make the best decisions as it is.
I'm never going to make it have an impact on his gameplay, but
Okay.
honestly, the world can have more than one strain of halfling leaf. That's fine.
Okay.
I really did just mean that as a joke. It's never
Okay.
I love that Rowan, whilst this was going on, asked, "What do our viewers think? Where should we do next?" And I imagine that what happens is Rowan turns to the fourth wall and just asks this question, and we're all watching, being like, "The fuck are you doing? Like, the hell are you? Why are you? What are you doing, Rowan?"
All right. East.
All right. Anyway, y'all have the choice of a door to the north, a passageway to the east, or remember you should the room with the two fountains. So.
Oh my God! Let's not read that one, Jesus.
No.
Let's keep that one. Jesus.
This pyramid is definitely not a bleed.
Redacted, if you will. Definitely not a redacted.
Well, that's absolutely fucking killed me.
Oh man.
God, we left Rowan unattended for 5 minutes. Oh no.
All right, I am moving east.
Yeah.
I'm doing a little bit at a time. Looks like we have a door up here, a double door.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, and again, the hall is strewn with mud and flotsam. It's a mess. Water accumulates. Blah blah blah. You can see there's a bit of a puddle here, but it's nothing like that matters. The corridor, it most assuredly does not. What the fuck? The flow of the water seems to be going down, oddly enough, from this puddle area to the west and then through that door to the north, even though it can't quite get through because there's no room. But there is, to the east, a door made of bronze-bound wood. Hey, what the fuck? Hold on. I have to do a 90-degree turn. They totally flipped this description. They assumed you would be coming at this from the other direction.
So we did find a secret shortcut.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, we were not supposed to find this door.
We skipped the game.
It's still a bronze-trimmed wooden door. And that's it.
Yeah. All right, Ron. I think you're up. Oh, God. I suppose that depends on what you do when you're alone on watch. Well played, Greg.
Go on, Rowan. Get in there, lad.
Rowan, it's a door. It is a bronze-bound wooden door, has a handle and a keyhole.
Oh, looks like we got investigation. You
Yeah.
did that, and can I open it?
Give me just a moment.
That was Rowan. Can I
I'm
open it?
hoping that's a check traps roll.
I thought that's what the investigation was for.
Yeah, it was. Anytime that Rowan rolls investigation, it's just to check for traps.
Yeah, I assume you're just checking for traps and the stuff that we've been just defaulting to.
Yeah. Got it.
Damn it.
Well, to quote Morgan Freeman, damned English oak. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Watch a movie, people.
A tricky door. This truly is a door. We will have to investigate further.
Our party does not do well against doors.
90% of D&D parties just don't understand doors. It's the stupidest thing. Like, you'll spend like an hour next to a door. It's like, you could just fucking try and open it.
Well, here's the thing, though. You don't understand the DM we used to have.
Yeah. But then we try and open a fucking door, and then it puts us to sleep for thousands of fucking years or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
right.
So I don't know. Well, we could do things the 12th Doctor way and just be really nice to it and talk very sweetly to it.
Hope for the
I hope
best.
that it opens.
I would love for there to be a dungeon where it's the doors from the ship in.
I am not a good dungeon door. You would make a good dungeon door.
Yeah. I'd love them to be the doors from the ship from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where they just go as you open them, like really soothing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'd feel comfortable entering a room with going on.
Mhm.
No, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. It's supposed to soothe you.
No one was,
Nobody was.
except for the
Yeah.
marketing department of the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation,
Boom.
which occupies the largest the only three land masses on the largest planets in its solar system,
Yeah.
and is the only department of Sirius Cybernetics Corporation commission to consistently turn a profit for the past 3 years running.
Mhm.
I got Douglas Adams on my to be read list, but I haven't got to it
They
yet.
are surreal books to read.
They are.
They are funny, but
Mhm.
I've been talking to the ship's computer and it hates me. One of my favorite fucking lines. Just, oh.
Brain the size of a planet.
Are we going in the room?
Yeah, I just need a minute.
Maybe
Okay.
if we'd listen to
I assume you're going to try. That's why I need a minute.
Yeah.
All right. I
Would
missed
you-
that. Sorry.
We somehow found the backside of where we should have entered, which is hilarious and very
Yeah.
on.
Well, I mean,
point.
and technically you haven't found a way in the room yet, so
Yeah.
That-
there's the door, but haven't anyone good so far.
Dun, dun, dun.
Would you like to try and unlock the door, Rowan? Or do we need to unlock the door? I think there's a keyhole. Look, we
There
can
is
just
a
try and open
keyhole.
it. We can just.
Our
David's
doom is
being
being
prepared.
prepared. Yeah.
Just try and open it when we're ready. Give it a go. What's worse could happen?
It is there that our doom will be decided.
Dear God.
I'm just getting all the buzz phrases out of the way. How bad can it be?
Mhm.
I do hope there's no vampire behind this one. That's another one that you probably should start saying nowadays.
Can we
Well,
rinse
yeah.
the vampire though?
Here's the thing. At least
Yeah.
now
Have we
we
tried
have the
that?
cleric. We actually have a cleric, so that would make it a lot easier to fight those things.
Yeah.
But can we riz him though?
Unless the giant evil creature is also a cleric, and then it could get complicated.
Riz the
Yeah.
vampire. Thank you, Evie.
You kids with your young lingo.
They teach me everything I know. As a streamer, they keep me up to date.
They often reciprocate. Bring it out.
No, I'm still with you. I'm just trying to fix something that screwed up on me.
Gotcha.
Oh, don't worry. We'll just skip the room then. It's fine. No.
We didn't have to go through that
All right.
door anyway.
I will be back in just a second.
Okay. We are going to swatch out this dickhead for this dickhead.
Uh-oh.
That's
Well, no.
never a good thing.
Other dickhead is working properly.
Oh, okay.
They're otherwise equivalent, like equivalently powerful dickheads, except this one's a little smarter.
Mhm.
Please don't be another crawfish that I have to teach about the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. Let me take his bard levels back off then.
Well, hang on.
I have to say, that, like I said, this I've been using this campaign as the basis for an origin story for Hiss in my campaign, and I hope you all don't mind that your characters will be turning up in my game as NPCs. I hope you don't mind that.
No, that's fine.
Okay. One of the things that is really sweet, especially for Hiss, is this relationship between Sebastian and Athelion. It's definitely going to be a thing later because mine's a whole like piracy game. So I just imagine that there's going to be a moment where they meet like an elven cleric whose best friend is a massive crawfish, and they're gonna have to figure out like how to, I don't know, like appease her god or something. But I'm just gonna make it the interaction is like, yeah, they just imagine that they're gonna be like, wait, you can understand him? Oh no, we just feel like we can understand each other. Like,
hey, I have the message slots. Okay.
Yeah. It's just like a really sweet, like the whole campaign that I'm writing it's very much inspired by the world of like One Piece and stuff, and it feels incredibly One Piece, like the idea of like being friends with a giant crawfish. It's really sweet.
Definitely, that fits in for sure.
Yeah, because there's that whole thing with the fucking whale. I've been trying to watch One Piece. It's very fucking long. It's like,
Same.
yeah, it's
one of my close friends like really watches the heck out of it and wants me to watch it. And I think I've gotten to episode 76 so far. I'm trying.
I think I'm around about that. Have you got where is it like the island with all the they love pirates but they don't love pirates?
I think something like that. I know like they just hit the Grand Line and then started like going to the island. So
yeah, it's like come on. There's that Mr. 3 and stuff, and I'm like just come on.
Good. I'm actually drawing a Demon Slayer character right now, so I really like it.
See, I need to watch Demon Slayer again. I didn't really pay attention to it the first time I was watching it, and loads of people are
drawing Mitsuri right now. I love her so much. That's my baby brew.
You see, I was always big Dragon Ball Z, of course. I've mentioned that a few times, but Dragon Ball Z, I did like Hunter x Hunter a lot as a kid.
Did you know that the creator of Hunter x Hunter is actually married IRL to the Sailor Moon creator?
Oh.
And it's hilarious because like their work styles are very different. Like hers is very like clean and stuff, and his is just a wreck. So she's always cleaning up after him. It's so precious. And now she helps him. Now that Sailor Moon's done, she helps him.
The other thing with Hunter, the reason why I think I love Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorite scenes. I was speaking about this with somebody I was chatting with. Is the moment where I think Kurapika, it's been so long since I watched it. Kurapika turns up to a death battle with a shovel. Now, how fucking badass do you have to be that you're like, oh yeah, fuck you, I'm turning up with a shovel? That is the scariest fucking thing that a person can ever do. He's just like, yeah, I've already won this battle. I'm just gonna bury you in a bit. Like, no.
I met some of the Dragon Ball Z English VAs at Comic-Cons and stuff.
Oh, don't.
Really
They're like
cool.
my dream people to meet. Like Chris Sabat and don't.
Eric Vell specifically is such a sweetheart. Like he was very kind. He actually came to my booth when I wasn't there. But then later on, when I got his autograph, he like wrote on it that I was a bath bomb queen because he really liked my bath bombs. At the time, that's what I was doing, so it was really freaking cool.
Oh, don't.
And
like this is like
ego just a little bit, you know.
No, this is so mean at the same time as being so cool. You've met all of my heroes, and no, like
he's really
no, well, you just went from like here to a hair puns. Well done.
I mean, I've met some other ones too. Like I met the guy from Napoleon Dynamite. That was crazy. He didn't have the crazy hair, but
that's such a. Here's me meeting. I don't know who's the only person. Oh, I met. Oh, you won't really know the people I've met because they're all really like typically British people. Have any of you watched Love Actually, like the film Love Actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the ginger guy that goes to America in Love Actually. The whole point of it is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and find an American girl.
Yeah.
I was at the pub one time. We were at a beer festival, me and my best mate, and we were sat there at this pub, and we were just like, "Oh, right, this is really we're absolutely bladdered." We went up to the bar, and he's there. And I turned around, to my mate. I was like, "Oh my god, it's Colin Frissell! It's the guy, Colin Frissell! It's the guy! It's Colin Frissell!" And then my mate just turned around, pissed as a fart. He was like, "Are you Colin Frissell?" And in the film, he says that, like, he turns around and he says the line from the film where he's just like, "Yes, I am, and I've got a huge knob." And we were like, we had about 5 pints with the guy. It's fucking incredible. It was the stupidest fucking interaction ever. Sorry, side point. It's not as cool as Bunz's.
No, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are we here? We're
I'm ready.
still meeting.
I don't know if Mike's back.
Yeah.
I've been
we
back
are
a few
now.
minutes now.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Oh, I didn't realize.
All right.
I didn't
You
either.
are at a door, wooden door with bronze working. It has a handle and a keyhole. Investigation reveals that it's a wooden door with bronze trim with a handle and a keyhole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do y'all want to do?
Go to the door.
Try to open the door. Yeah. If Rowan says there's no traps, I'll try and open the door.
The door itself opens very quietly.
Yeah.
And
I think this is okay.
starts to open inward. So what are you going to do?
Hiss is going to be really careful opening the door, like really slow, because he don't want to. I don't know. He's not rushing, because he rushed with the last place and got crushed by a statue.
All right, Ash, what are you doing?
I'm just standing right here. Well, I think what I'm probably going to do is hold an action, and if anything looks like it's hostile, I'll probably throw a firebolt.
Narago.
I'm watching Hiss's back. If something comes through the door, I'm going to be ready.
Okay, bear in mind you can't really see past this to anything in the room yet. That's why I'm asking this way. Alien.
I just want to like be prepared to like heal or aid anyone. Just paying attention, really.
Yeah.
To whatever they're doing.
Rowan.
Rowan is typing.
Typing is your action. Okay.
Holding an
action, ready to fire a bolt from my short bow if needed.
There we go.
Communicate with which may be on the other side.
You hear what appears to be some faint humming. It's not entire. It's kind of pleasant. You just kind of hear.
Don't think your mic's picking that up, Greg.
Oh, there we go.
I heard it.
I heard it for a little bit.
A little bit of it came through. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like an ominous whistling.
Sounds like a breeze coming through a really tight space.
All right. Take care, Evie.
See you later, Evie. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, I hear that like kind of ominous, like whistling, kind of pretty music. Is it music?
Yes, and it does in fact fade in and out. That wasn't just me. You can't.
Oh right. We were like, why can't we hear you? Oh, he's doing it deliberately. Yeah. Right.
You can hear it, but you can't hear it very clearly. It's. And you can start to see the room. You can't see it very well, but this faint melodious sound coming from ahead, it's difficult to tell whether it's singing or just even natural wind or an echo or a hum or a whistle. The light starting to come through the door is a very soft light that seems to reveal a section of rocky beach. And I'll open the door in a minute to show you kind of what you can see. Beyond the beach, well, I'll show you now. Just let me finish my description before you guys jump into any action.
Okay.
Okay.
Be careful. Rowan heard silence on the other side of the door.
And beyond the beach is a pool of luminescent water filling half the room, framed by a crystalline cavern. Green fronds can be seen in the pool. Light seems to just flow from everywhere, all directions, but pleasantly. The pool and the walls glistening like soft moonlight, Athelian. On the far
Ooh.
side of the pool that you can see is a set of doors that are actually carved with the symbol of a sun.
Mm.
And you can almost see from behind someone sitting by the edge of the water on the beach. And it is actually like a beach, sand, water. I mean, it's indoors, but you get the idea.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting on the beach in front of the crystalline pool is a woman, young and slim, with long golden hair, pale white skin, like super gold, like spun moonlight hair. She radiates a soft silvery light even through her faint shawl, which is white as the froth of the waves. She is singing a strange medley in an unrecognizable language. After finishing her song, she approaches the water and enters in a long arching dive.
Oh no.
Does anybody else think Galadriel by that description? Or is it just
I
me?
don't know.
I think it's you.
It sounded pretty, but
Yeah.
She had the golden hair and the silver light.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
where? Instead of a Dark Lord, you would have a queen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm not trusting this creature right now.
Well,
All right. Are we going in?
I kind of feel like we've moved into this hallway.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to disturb it if it's not necessary, but
Yeah.
I would be. I'm cautious.
His steps very slowly into the room. It's like
I got your back.
Yeah. Not stepping too close to the water, but just close enough to be able to get a good look at stuff in there.
You don't actually, I mean, you saw this beautiful woman dive into the water and you no longer see.
Okay. Yeah, it might be for the best, or it might be a trap. Who knows?
She was pretty, though.
She was pretty.
Do you want 3 strands of her hair?
I don't know. His
Not particularly.
I've always played his as being. I think girls are smelly, but this is a bit different. That's how I've always played it.
Yeah, he's.
Well, she just dove into the water.
All right, let her stay there.
Yeah, that's her house.
Yeah,
she stays in her house.
Yeah, I don't want to disturb her unnecessarily.
And her street.
All right, so we need to go where?
I'll step in and out of the way so that everybody else can come in if they want.
Yeah. I'll just show up just to see what's here, so I can get a good look at the.
Yeah, more eyes is better. That's for sure.
Oh, there's a passage over to the east.
Unless you're about.
I mean, not the east, but
south. Yeah.
Yeah, you see passage leads off to the south, where water is flowing inward from the south into the water in here, and then again across the water to the east, you see a set of double doors.
Do we see? Is this some kind of barrier here? Do we actually see this, or is it just on the map? There appears to be this jagged line, this dotted line along here.
Is that where it's more shallow, maybe?
Perhaps. It's hard to tell from where you are, but you can see there's a slight difference.
Okay.
There's something noticeable under the water there.
Yeah.
Pretty lady.
You can't get a very
pretty lady.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to tell.
I'm feeling like south is the safest way to go, but that's me.
You wanting to go over there and check it out, Rowan?
Before we do that, you said moonlight. Does that mean like I can see up, like I can see the moon in the sky, or?
No. It was just my description of
just a weird radiating. Okay.
Like the pale silvery, how moonlight kind of drains the actual color out of things, so it's all just
Gotcha.
Flavor text.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything because you said Athelian, and I was like, yes.
It's just how it would have caught your attention.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
And you see this woman surface with long, wet blonde hair. She is extremely beautiful. And she looks at the five of you and she laughs. It like giggles, not laughs.
This is interesting. Rowan says
great.
Rowan says that something is drawing him to these doors over here. Does anyone else feel this magnetism?
No.
Me. No.
I don't feel a magnetism towards it, but I am curious what is just below the water there.
Hang on. I feel like Rowan may have been telling a joke and we've all missed it.
Or
or
something is compelling him.
Or Gurg has told him something. Maybe. I feel like
this beauty keeps surfacing, wants us to go this direction.
Ah, right, okay. I see.
She's just kind of like floating in place, watching you.
Is there something enchanting or perhaps mesmerizing about her or something?
Yeah, I think that.
I mean, she's quite beautiful. Even Athelian notices just how beautiful she is.
Has she said anything that would have been understood by comprehend languages? Because we still have that up.
She just laughed.
She did say something, and no, you don't.
Can I cast tongue on her? Maybe is that what we want to do?
That's a bit.
You find her beautiful, and you want to cast tongue on her. Okay.
I mean, you heard me.
We do not think shame.
We do not think shame. Yeah.
I just thought it was funny. That was all.
I want to cast.
I'm not trusting this.
God, tongues is a touch spell, isn't it?
I think so,
I either touch her or I can touch myself and understand it, and I could just say what she's saying in already.
There we go.
Oh yeah. We did establish we could have done that, couldn't we?
For ease of so you want to cast tongues and touch yourself. I need to stop talking.
No training, Greg.
I mean, yeah, I'll cast tongue on myself and just say, could you please say that again? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Give me just a moment.
Pretty
you
lady.
have to pardon us puns. We're all in junior high school.
Oh, I think girls are pretty, so you're fine.
Do you think she knows where the pyramid is right now?
I think that's like the least of our worries at the moment.
None of us are ever touching that pyramid after you've genuinely.
I'm definitely doing a smell check before I do. That's all I'm saying.
I'm specifically never doing a smell check. Fuck it out.
So
well, I don't want to touch it if it stinks, man.
Well, we know where it's been.
So as you're speaking to her, she's just kind of cocking her head and looking at you. It's obvious she doesn't understand you.
Oh.
Oh shit, that's how tongues work, isn't it?
Can I? Oh man, this is a terrible idea. Can I reach out my hand to her, like as in to like touch her hands?
You would have to like, as soon as you get close, she kind of just drifts back away, not fleeing, just
Okay.
not
Mhm.
too close.
This is
Even like with me, like with my outstretched hand, like she's not. Like I even go as far as like to stretch it as far as I can, so that like we can keep that healthy distance between us if needed.
She can't speak our language. I cast
Please.
9th level fireball.
Pretty lady, please do not pull me under the water. Hee hee hee. I would hate that.
I feel.
The feeling if she understands anything, it's Aquan, which I don't understand.
I think Athelian, like when you say that, his goes like, "Are you sure about that? You didn't sound too sure."
Oh, I'm sure. Okay, she's just moving away.
Yeah.
Well, give me a moment.
I see.
I think we're creeping out the pretty lady.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It was that
Oh.
this token wasn't very well defined.
Oh.
I need to replace it with something.
He's
Oh,
going to
sure.
replace her with a picture of like Scarlett Johansson.
I will also send her messages. Don't you worry,
I
Greg.
would like to replace it with something and flat out say what she is.
Oh, wait. If I send her a message, will
that
she be
wouldn't-
able to
But you can't.
understand?
Kind of language I cast 9th level fireball. Yeah, I can't even catch 3rd level fireball.
Oh, pretty lady.
Give me another level though.
So I am. Hold on. I'm
No.
trying to swap out her token for something I can use that won't say, "Hey, look what this person is."
Yeah.
Joke's on you. I can't read.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking like
Seriously, why would they do that?
Yeah, message won't work unless I get to know her. Frick.
Unless we share common interests.
I just have to be familiar with her. Like I don't have to.
Is that why we spent like 3 hours with Sebastian, just so you could become familiar with him?
I'm pretty sure we hit it off just fine, but you know.
Yeah, there was no problem with us becoming firm friends. Yeah, I've got this horrible feeling at the same time as wanting a new friend.
Yeah, I'm just not sure yet.
Yes,
Yeah,
but I'm willing to risk it.
That's fair.
If she slightly drowns me, it'll be fine.
Well,
I do feel like Ash is.
You're not that bad off.
That's true.
I do feel like Ash is 100% this party's moral compass. All given opportunities. It's not just moral compass, but it's like this is your common sense talking. Like,
yeah, I'm playing her as somebody more of an experienced adventurer than like the rest of y'all.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, I would say this is just basically the equivalent of a toddler. So, like, you know,
yeah.
And I get the impression that so is Rowan and Nargle. Like,
Nargle is a relative newbie, so yeah.
Yeah, it's just like all of us running.
All of the adventuring Nargle has ever done has been with this party.
Yeah.
I just
he straight left home with a sword, like I'm gonna go find adventure, and ran into you guys.
We are the equivalent of the kids eating fucking Play-Doh in the corner, whilst the teacher Ash tries to be like, "No, you shouldn't do that." Like,
yeah.
Try this and see if I can just sub that.
Yeah.
That's the same person. It just doesn't label what the hell she is.
Okay.
Now let me check something. Creatures with scripts to understand spoken language more. Okay, yeah. So what did you say to her, Athelian? I'm sorry.
I asked her if she could repeat the last thing that she said because she did, like, I think, say something as we were kind of talking.
And what spell did you cast to do this?
I did tongues, which I don't think.
That's fine.
I touched myself.
That does work. Yeah, that's fine. She just kind of tilts her head and she says, "Hi,
Hi.
You speak my language.
Yeah, with a bit of a magic. I don't really know it like outside of this.
Could you possibly smile and give me a Vegemite sandwich?
Are you speaking from a land down under?
I'm just gonna ask her like, what made you giggle when we came in here?
I'm sorry?
What made you laugh when we came in to the room?
I don't know. I laugh a lot.
Oh, fair
Why
enough.
not? You gotta enjoy life, right?
True. Is this your
How
home?
often do you get to see a bunch of weirdos just wandering through the door?
Fair enough.
Well, we do understand being weirdos. I don't guess I can't.
We don't
I don't know what
understand
she
Yeah.
says.
We don't understand what you're saying. We can't communicate with her.
You
so,
just hear me
Thanks.
speaking gibberish over in the corner.
Well-
Do you live here?
I do.
Do you happen to know the way out, perchance?
Why would I want to know the way out?
Well, not for you, but for us.
Are you trying to leave?
Yes.
Where are you going?
Preferably above on land would be nice.
Where did you come from? Where
Are
did
we
you
not
go?
on land now? Well, I'm not. Are you not on land now?
Well, yeah, but
Ooh.
I'm gonna point up and be like, there's another layer up there. That's where we're trying to get to.
Well, yeah, but why, if you want to be there, why are you here?
We fell through a hole and then almost suffocated and then passed out and then went through. I'm gonna give her like the TLDR. And we just went like to go home.
By accident and you want to go home?
Yes. And also, you're very pretty.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you hadn't said it yet, I was gonna have Hiss be like, "Hey, Elliot, just tell her she's pretty." Like, if you haven't said it yet, tell her she's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't tell her who said that. Just tell her that.
She looks around. She says, "Have you seen the undead down here?"
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, we did.
Yeah, because you're the only one who didn't.
Oh, and y'all would have told
Oh
me.
yeah, you
afterwards,
didn't,
right?
did you? Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah, no, that's
there was
the right answer.
There was a vampire situation. Yes.
Did you kill a vampire?
Well, we didn't kill him yet, I don't think, but he's still around here somewhere.
You're very impressive.
Not as impressive as you.
Well, that's simple flattery, my dear. I think we both know you don't know me well enough to say.
Can't blame me for trying. Do you happen to know what's through the doors up there? And I'm gonna point to like the doors above us.
Water.
Oh, like on the other side? There's more water?
There's water everywhere. This place flooded centuries ago.
Fair.
Get your riz on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is it like shallow like in here, or is it pretty deep?
You know, I don't know. I don't really leave here much. I you know, just kind of swim.
Oh. What do you eat?
Food.
That's not a good question.
It
Danger
is a
question.
good question. It's a really good question.
Danger question. Danger.
What do you eat?
Various assortments of meats and fruits, and sometimes vegetables. You know, when we can get them.
Vegetables suck.
That's true. But you know, they make you stronger.
Why are your weird friends staring at me?
Because they can't understand the conversation and they really like to talk to people, especially new people. But unfortunately, we don't know your native tongue, so.
They're pretty.
This is my native tongue.
Well, we don't know it, you know.
Pretty lady.
I only know it because of the spell I casted. And this guy behind me thinks you're really pretty as well, and I don't think you'll leave me alone until I tell you that.
Yeah, he's just like doing the thing with the fingers, being like.
That guy behind you creeps me out.
Does she like me?
I'm just gonna look back at him and smile and give him a thumbs up, and then I'm gonna look back at her and say, "Yeah, don't worry about him."
Does she like me? She likes me.
Hold on. Have you noticed that Rowan is up into the water now?
Oh no!
Oh.
Yeah.
I was hoping he was doing it surreptitiously.
I mean, there are
He
checks for
didn't,
that.
he
I
didn't
guess.
so much just mention stealth, so yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Oh.
But he's able to walk?
No, his location, I think.
Yeah,
is-
Rowan, where you are, the water is about 2 feet deep, so it's a little past your waist. But you can tell that you're at the edge of a ledge that is much deeper.
Mhm.
Oh goodness.
Please don't die.
So
He's not going to. He can
you
breathe
just
underwater.
want to leave.
Just don't. It's pissing
But
off
you
the.
came from the way to
Oh yeah,
leave.
don't.
We came from the way to leave, so like down there is how to
Well, I
leave.
mean, you came the long way around. I mean, I can't imagine that you had much of a fun time in the court of Sahamawak.
Oh,
I
did you?
imagine that. I've heard that room's quite haunted and poisonous, and even Tetzalcoatl is said to haunt that place, along with all of the treasure.
We wouldn't know
Oh.
anything about the treasure or anything. But that's good to know. I appreciate the information.
My dear priestess of the moon, do you expect me to believe that your party came here, just inadvertently fell into a centuries-old temple, and you're only looking to leave, and you're not even interested in the treasure, when that clever little thief over there who thinks he's sneaking around is carrying a silver statuette from the temple not 5 minutes to the south of here?
No.
Well, you see, we're here for specific items. We just don't know exactly what they are, so we thought we would maybe
So
take a
the
few.
others are just bonus?
Oh, she's not.
Well, if any of them mean anything to you, we could surely trade. Maybe.
Busted.
Oh.
That was so good.
Oh.
Can I roll persuasion?
You can try and roll persuasion.
You don't sound too. Are you rolling to persuade yourself here, Puns?
Just
You
tell
can't even
me
hear any of this, so
No.
Basically what you're trying to persuade her of.
I would like to persuade her to give me a treasure.
You
I call her
Damn.
very
We are
pretty.
so getting attacked.
no, if there's something specific you're asking her to give you, then I could give you a roll, but you just randomly asking her, she's not a genius.
I would like something shiny. Milady.
Okay, I need you to role play the actual question that you're asking, and then I'll
Okay.
give you
Oh, that one didn't count. Oh,
Feel like that.
No, you can keep that roll. I just want to know
Okay.
what question you're asking her.
Do you perchance have anything whimsical that we could use to get out of here, milady? And I'm gonna curtsy at her.
Tip your fedora. Oh, this is funny.
No shit.
Oh man.
No.
Oh man.
And I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here, Miss whoever the hell you are that wears a bunch of white and silver, but why would asking me for something whimsical help you leave a place that you're obviously more than happy to loot with your friends?
Well, you can't blame me for trying, adventure and all that.
I suppose, but I can be a little annoyed at you for lying.
That's fair.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. May I please persuade her once more?
Oh my god.
What do you want to say for
Here, I wish I'm all of a sudden that I could understand what you're saying.
You just see me like curtsying and doing a bunch of dumb shit and like gesturing towards her.
Well, we could probably hear at least a tone in her voice, right? Even if we don't know what she's saying.
I don't know.
No, okay.
This is magic. You're barely picking up that the two are. What you're hearing is this weird combination of grunts and hums, and I swear what sounds like moonlight on occasion. Weird. It doesn't sound like a language at all. But
okay.
But Ethy, if you want another roll, I need to know exactly what you're trying to persuade her this time.
I'm gonna ask her how deep the water is where she's at. Is it pretty far down?
No.
Okay.
But that's not for the persuade. That's just in general. I just
No, it's not deep at all.
Oh. Do you like
Would
flowers?
Would you like to come in and swim? It's fun.
Uh
I swim alone so much. I get so bored. If only I had a friend. I might even be willing to part with some of my whimsical treasures.
This is so attractive. But I'm gonna just start taking off like my armor.
Now I need a perception roll. I need an insight roll.
Insight, she's gonna drown me. I might be okay with this.
Fair.
I might be okay with this. I might be okay with this. Is one of the best statements I've heard.
You don't think that she really wants to part with any of her treasures. She just wanted someone to come swim with her.
Okay, I'm gonna tell her, treasure aside, I will take a swim with you. The treasure is, it's nice, but memories are more impactful. And I'm gonna jump in the water.
In your armor?
No, I took it off.
No, she took off her armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you guard her armor, please?
Yeah, he's just stood by the armor, looking at the pretty lady and looking at looking at Athelion swimming with the pretty lady, and his shoulders drop a little bit. Like
I'm gonna motion to Ash and be like, "Come on, girls' day."
Oh, now you're drawing me in. What is she saying?
Probably. She said that she just wanted somebody to swim with. We can swim with her for.
this is so dangerous.
Girls' day.
All right.
Is this like?
I'm not comfortable, but I'll do it.
Is this like the spa day scene in every single anime?
Episode, okay?
It is kind of like the equivalent of like one of the bathhouse scenes.
So what is Ash doing?
I'm gonna join puns.
This is dumb. It's so dumb.
I feel like this is dumb, but I'm kind of doing it because I want to make sure that puns is okay. So
okay.
But you're having a little bit of fun, right?
Yeah, she's somebody that you kind of have to like push a little bit into having fun because she's not that fun.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured would be a fun interaction.
The kind of person that taps their foot at a concert but doesn't dance.
I'm gonna look at Pretty Lady and say, "Pretty Lady, what is your name?"
Just one moment, please.
We're swimming.
Yeah. I will say she is still wearing her ring of protection.
I mean, I kind of know that insight, so I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay. If this means she doesn't try to kill us, I'm willing to try.
I mean, she got treasure down there, so she tried to kill it. We just
okay.
But for now we good. For now we good.
All right.
Okay, I need a couple things in a row.
Oh god.
I need you to make 1 death saving throw, 2 death saving throws, and then 3 death saving throws.
What I need in this order
Okay.
our perception rolls.
Sure. That I can
Is
do.
that from everyone or?
Everyone.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Come on, Hiss. This is like
21.
your best stat. Give me a sec. Sorry, my sheet closed. Hang on, mate. For fuck's sake, hurry up, Hiss. Perception. Boom. Well, that was 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. Like,
And then
Oh, right. I didn't ask her if there are other things in this water, by the way.
oh,
I had a
probably
feeling that was a bad idea.
probably should have opened with that shit. Like, ooh.
Maybe.
Fun, so.
Before we die, could we at least have her name?
There's a phrase in the UK which I don't know if you're gonna get, which is "wagwan penting." What's your BBM? Which is a really really shitty way of asking for somebody for their number.
and then I need initiative from everyone.
Oh, that's
All
good.
right.
I like the fact that it says giant lightning eel. I wonder what that means.
Oh, that's definitely fine and
I'm
normal.
sure he'll be friendly.
Oh.
Oh well, I mean, I think it's kind of fitting that. I think it's fitting that you rolled a nat one though.
Sheesh. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
nat
very
20 and a nat one.
distracted.
That's
Narco even more impressive if y'all didn't lose the surprise round. So
oh, balls.
But Girls' Day.
Yeah, I think next time we're going to be thinking twice about that.
I just feel like it's going to be Nargle and Hiss stood at the side of the water being like, and that's what you get for, jumping in 2-footed. That's our job. We're supposed to be the ones that do the stupids.
I have no regrets.
No regret.
I need a strength save.
From?
Rowan.
No, not again.
Because the nice lady yells out something.
Oh.
And a tentacle of water flashes out.
But I thought
oh, he's a big boy.
And pulls Rowan into the water.
Ah, shit.
Aww.
If we're going by previous naming conventions, is this Flotsam?
If he's lucky. And you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn!
Fucking hell.
Gosh darn it. I'll never
Why does this keep happening to Rowan?
Okay, that's good.
He was the one on the ledge.
I love how it's like every single combat we walk into, Rowan takes first hit. Like,
right.
And Athelion,
Yeah.
I need a con save.
Oh, Rick.
Not bad.
oh, that's good.
That is good.
That is a good one. Yeah.
So that means you only get part of this.
Okay.
That means the beautiful woman with the long, wet blonde hair grabs both sides of your face and kisses you.
Aw.
You realize that she seems to be extracting your breath.
Oh.
However,
Oh,
since you saved, she won't get all of it. But you do take 11 points of acid damage.
Oh.
And I need another dex save.
Take my breath away.
Is she like getting the Dementor's kiss right now?
Pretty much.
No, she this
Not even a real kiss either. What the heck?
siren type woman just while they were in there treading water, because you're on 14 feet of water, by the way, grabbed Athelion and kissed her and seemed to be draining the life from her, but not in a Dementor way, more of in a just straight sucking the life out of you way.
Oh,
That's how they describe it in the book, actually. But
this isn't a soul thing. This is a kiss that is actually
sucking the breath out of you, kind of thing.
What was the save that you needed? Was it a strength?
I need another con save, please.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, there. Hopefully not strength. Oh boy.
Nice.
Okay, good.
My mind went.
Just...
Yeah, no con in me right now, except for before.
My mind went straight to take my breath away. Like
something like
away.
All right,
Boom, boom.
Nargle, you just saw a big oh crap. Well, I forgot, so that's on me. So that's Rowan's lucky day. You just saw a big ass old eel appear out of nowhere with Rowan into the water. Suddenly, you're starting to see sparks but you're starting to see sparks across the top of the water. And the woman kissed Athelion, and Athelion damn near lost consciousness. Your turn.
Might be.
I guess my initial impulse is to dive in and rescue Rowan. Do I need to roll something?
I mean, you can dive in. What are you attempting to do to rescue Rowan?
I have my weapon out, and I'm swimming towards him. I'm prepared to attack the animal if necessary. I am mostly trying to grab him and get back up to the surface.
Are you saying that you're going to attempt to swing a weapon at this creature while you're treading water?
I'm not sure why you would put it that way.
Because you have no leverage.
Okay.
To be fair, it is a very scrappy thing he's trying to do.
I'm just trying. I'm not trying to say you can't do it. I'm just trying to wrap my head around what this might look like.
My thought was that he was diving in. The weapon was simply if he needed to swing it at the monster to get Rowan away.
Okay, so your primary purpose is to try and get Rowan and get away.
Yes.
All right, let me see. Each puzzle take a shape of its choice and make the shape. So I'm trying to see if there's any grappling component to this, or if he was just knocked in the water. I just want to be sure of what
right.
Oh damn!
What?
Rowan, don't take this wrong, but you're lucky I misread this.
Oh,
that's not good.
Oh no!
No, I'm not. I'm not going to retroactively do anything. You're just lucky I misread it. That's all.
I love how Rowan almost dies, but there's a mess up. But Athelion just gets her kisses in. That's all.
Yeah, I did what I set out to do.
Campaign completed.
Please jump in. That's no problem. The water is very deep. So, do you have athletics proficiency?
Do I have what proficiency?
Athletics.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
Do you have athletics proficiency?
Athletics, yes.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Now,
20.
one thing I need to point out to you, because you would think of this,
Okay.
is a very large eel that just pulled him into the water. If you grab him and even turn right around to swim to shore, there is a chance it will get an attack of opportunity on you.
I don't see that I have a choice.
I'm just making you aware of the things that would cross your mind, dude. That's
All right. Well, I mean, the best I can do is try to be prepared for that.
Okay. Now, mechanically, I think he would have a disadvantage in this because of how things are happening. So I'm not saying he's gonna hit you.
Okay.
I mean, you're turning your back to him to get
Totally.
Rowan on the horse.
Totally.
Okay. I'm gonna say you can, especially since Rowan is still so close, you can get Rowan and you can take that shot. Now let's see what attack it would do. All right, this is actually going to be a tail attack, not a bite, but mechanically, bite is just the easier one for me to hit right now.
Okay.
So let me get disadvantage. It misses.
Nice.
So I'm going to say, and I'm just going to move you guys so I can show you what I'm thinking.
All right.
I'm going to say you can get to here and Rowan can get to here. How's that?
Okay, that works.
Actually, I think you should both be closer to the shore, but
All
like
right.
that.
That works.
I think that's fair. Okay.
Are
we're
you
cool.
okay, Rowan?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I summon the vapor, but I am a man.
By the way, Ash and
Yes.
Mathilian,
Yes.
there's a big eel in there that just attacked Rowan. You might want to get out of the water and quit with the swim time.
Yeah. Thank you. I just saw that.
Oh man, very nice.
Yeah.
Rowan just offered to share half his breakfast with me.
Mm.
If we survive.
If we survive,
Yeah.
Is it going to be first breakfast or second breakfast?
Actually, it's going to be like a first and a half breakfast because I'm already going to eat my breakfast.
It almost leads me to believe that there's a pessimistic outlook for Rowan, because Rowan would never share his breakfast unless the certain death was on the line. Like, oh dear.
All
It's a
right.
large eel, and I would have shit myself if it weren't for the pyramid.
You guys.
She's trying,
No way.
It's like a.
trying to kiss you again.
It's like a. She's trying to get her
Oh my God,
kisses in.
promise?
She's trying to go to kisses.
You're literally like, kill me with your kisses. I'm okay with that.
Amen.
It gives me killing me softly with his tongue.
Give me a con save.
Oh God, I know
Okay.
one of these rules isn't gonna go well.
Give me the smooches.
You take 22 points and you're out of breath and can't.
Oh no!
Oh, shit. Damn.
Does air bubble do anything for her?
Yes.
It's right. She has an air bubble on her.
She does.
Oh yeah.
Which protects against acid damage. How?
I was just curious. I don't know that
Oh.
spell.
Yeah.
I don't know that spell at all.
She's not
Did you
like
say that
dragging her. She's not like dragging her underwater to drown. She is kissing her and
Okay.
pumping acid into her lungs.
Ah,
That's cool.
okay.
I'll be honest with you, Greg. I've never heard this spell before, so that's why I was questioning.
Quickly, you said 22. What was it? Like hit points that I took? Like damage or? Oh.
22 hit points of
Damn.
acid damage. If you
I
have
hope you enjoyed that kiss. I'm just
if
saying.
you have any type of resistance against acid by any chance, that would help.
absorb elements, don't you?
I had armor, but I took it off. So
That's not going to pass it.
I doubt you were wearing
Absorb-
armor in your mouth.
If you have absorb elements, you could absorb it.
I don't have that.
Oh,
Thing. I don't
Right.
know if I have. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm
oh,
not
you
dead
took
yet.
you took the armor
Yeah, but
off.
22
no.
is a big old huge chunk.
Especially
I
for
am
cleric.
pretty tanky.
Yeah,
You
the
are-
clerics are very tanky.
You are silenced until your next turn.
Alright.
I'm sorry, until her next turn.
Damn. That's-
Can I
This is
flail my
really-
arms around like him?
Yeah, you can't. This actually rules for 1 minute, but I think 1 minute is overkill for this attack. So I'm
I
changing it
mean,
to a round.
It is what it is.
I'm
Yeah.
changing that to a round because I think 1 minute is too much at this.
Go,
Oh.
That's
go
just-
again, Alice.
What that is,
1 minute is literally 10 rounds. That would be
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of rounds.
Yeah, I'm okay
Yeah.
with taking that. Hopefully, it helps Ash.
That's a lot of. That's a lot of
Yeah, your
smooches.
problem is you're not going to be able to cast spells until the following round.
Well, that's okay because I will probably
Well,
live.
verbal spells.
Oh yeah, wait, you're right. Wait a second.
If you got somatic and material stuff, you could use still cast those.
Yeah,
If you can use
No,
spells with your hands.
we're popping that down to a round because I just think that's overkill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Hiss.
Yes. Okay. As tempting as it is to go for the big giant fucking eel, I'm seeing Athelion being absolutely woman handled by this fucking woman. Hiss doesn't like. I think it's poignant that Hiss goes rage at the idea of someone else getting kisses in. Like, Hiss goes rage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hiss.
So
Give me that D8.
D8, sweet D8.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that Athelion is hurting, and whatever she did was an attack.
You teleport up 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, is now. I said what I was going to do.
Get right to the eel if you wanted to.
Yeah, I did say I was going to go for the thing attacking Athelion, but at the same time,
Yeah, it's fine. I got a plan for my turn. So
I am gonna go here though. I am gonna go here.
You're going to teleport into the water. All right.
Can I teleport into the water above the water and drop down with the sword?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that.
I mean, this is all new to Hiss. He doesn't know how to do half these things. Yeah. Okay. He teleports and he goes for a swing, downward swing on the lady.
Got it.
Ash is like, oh my god.
You're at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't good. In that case, I'll do reckless attack to even it out. Yeah.
Sounds like plan.
Okay.
I'm doing great weapon master. I should have said that to begin with. Sorry.
No.
Okay. Well, fuck it.
Wait. 18 minus 5, 13. Yeah, you hit. Good
Okay.
enough.
Sweet. Damn, 24. Oh, 23, rather, 23. Where am I counting? 23 hit points.
Okay.
We're gonna do the same thing again. Can I do reckless attack a second time, or can you only do it once per round? I think you can only do it once per round, can't you?
There's no
Respectfully,
rule about once per round.
I gave you that attack because you teleported and fell into the water as you can attack. I have to say, I see no world where you would have the footing to make a second attack in this round. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Then yeah, in that case, yeah, that's fair. He starts
Yeah,
pretty.
sorry, I just can't see how that one
You know what? DM's ruling, Greg. It's absolutely fine. His, like I said, it's wild magic. His doesn't really know how to control it yet. So that was also Yeah, it's also David fucking up massively as well. Like going like, oh yeah, we'll just teleport to the fucking water. But yeah, okay.
No,
Cool.
don't think that was a mistake. You knocked the shit out of it.
Yeah, I think it's also I want to distract the eel as well. I don't want the eel going for these two. So if I put myself in base combat,
No, I don't think it was a bad move. I just think it would have put you out of position to attack again. That's all.
it's fair. Yeah, but that'll be the end of my turn. Then I can't really do much more.
Yeah. Right. All right. Now you're going to find out why I decided to move over here. I'm going to hit this bitch who attacked my friend with a booming blade
And ruin her girl's
on my
day.
longsword.
If you're gonna do that, can't you do it at advantage?
Oh, yes, I should be able to. Hold on. Sorry. I don't know why it's. Oh, wait, that's a mistake. Why is it not? Hold on a second. Okay.
Isn't Athelion incapacitated, so she can't?
I can't talk, but I'm
You
other
can't
than
talk. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Does that hit?
20.
Greg?
Is there an issue?
Yeah, you need to give me an athletics check. You're treading water.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should have told me before that. Okay. Athletics check. Not my best check. That's fine.
Oh, you're still at advantage. I guess it's 3.
Yeah, that would have failed. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so it won't work. All right, well, I can at least bonus action and teleport back to dry land.
That you can do.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back over here. It was worth a try. Yeah, I thought there was a possibility she might use it to attack us, so I figured, okay, I'll put myself in flanking position.
Yeah,
that was a good idea. So
I'm trying to think of ways to make it fair, but everyone's treading water and trying to swing.
no,
This feels like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Oh, Gustus, he can't swim.
All right, and now that Hiss has made himself quite the noticeable enemy to the big giant eel.
Mm-hmm. Big skilly monster.
Hiss, I need a Constitution save.
Oh, is this one of my better rolls? Come on, buddy. Is this with disadvantage or is this normal? I think it should be normal, wouldn't it?
Make it normal.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty fucking shite, isn't it?
No.
Hang on, why didn't that come up?
You got a 24 on a con save. That's very good.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You take 13 lightning damage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Oh no.
And it missed you with its bite.
Yeah. You're fucking dead.
Rowan.
What does he say? Rowan takes a step back and wants to take a shot at the eel with the short bow, aiming for the sparkles, bubbles, and approximate location of the beast.
It's a big ass eel. You can take a shot at the eel.
Okay.
You
14?
hit the eel.
Nice.
That's your short sword, not your short bow.
Oh, yeah, that's a bow.
Yeah. Give me that
Need
roll
the
with
bow.
your bow instead of your short sword.
No problem.
Yeah.
9.
Ew.
I am willing to give up my inspiration if that will help.
I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to give up my inspiration. Rowan, go ahead. I don't remember getting inspiration, but I have one, it looks like. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So I don't have to give up my inspiration.
You can take it if you want.
Oh yeah, we all got
Greg
one.
gave us all inspiration at the beginning of last session for geeking out about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. 16
was
with the
better.
short bow.
That's a hit.
Nice too.
All right.
Hey, he's back.
Shady's back.
Yes. Athelian.
Yep. So if I go to get out of the water, can I also still cast a spell, or is that going to be a whole thing?
Have you gotten through your silence period yet?
You said 1 round, and I didn't get to go last round.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not verbal, she could cast it. I mean,
If it's not verbal, yes, but the 1 round was until the Nerag can attack again, not until
Okay.
you can.
Well, this is what I had in mind for casting. And it doesn't say, it just says instantaneous. It doesn't say,
I think
I didn't
my
have to roll it.
word is
Oops.
verbal.
I would say, yeah.
I would say so, yes. Yeah, it's verbal.
Yeah, it's just components of V. That's verbal.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will just try to get out of the water then.
Okay, that does leave an attack of opportunity unless you specifically want to disengage to get yourself out of the water.
Yeah, I just want to straight up disengage.
Okay, then
and
you
get to
can
my armor.
disengage and get out of the water.
Okay. Just gonna come over here.
When she gets out of the water, I say, hey, Athelian, I got to ask, was that kiss worth it?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I'm gonna
right.
flip her off, and that'll be the end of my turn.
And she says, "Friend, where are you going? I thought you liked me."
Yeah, I liked you better when you weren't trying to kill me, woman.
But
Can I?
I wasn't trying to kill you. I like you. I was just trying to show you how much I like you. What's
Oh,
Oh, well now you're gonna have to die for it because you almost killed me.
why do all of my friends leave me?
Probably because you sucked the life out of them, unfortunately.
Only because you try to kill them, yeah.
Yeah.
Margot, you're up.
Can I have kisses?
Oh, God.
Because I don't understand anything. I'm just seeing her try to kill her, and I'm like, I really don't care.
Luckily, she doesn't know what he's saying, actually, so we're fine.
Yeah.
I am going to shoot my longbow at Little Miss Kissy Face. 23.
That's a hit.
And 12 piercing. And then my second attack.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
And 12 more piercing.
Okay. Friend Athelian, why are your friends trying to make me bleed?
Because your eel is trying to kill them and you were trying to kill me. If you give us your treasure, we'll stop.
Oh, so it is about treasure, and I thought you were my friend.
You tried to kill me.
This is like the opposite of Sebastian. Like,
I just tried to love you.
This is some gaslight. This is some gaslighting, woman. You're gonna have to die for your sins now, unfortunately.
Damn.
We all
Or
die
give us
for
your
our sins eventually, priestess.
That's fair.
Okay, Nargle, you take 13 acid attack, and you are blinded.
And I'm blinded. Damn.
yeah.
All right.
And I need a Constitution saving throw.
Because she's trying to kiss you too.
I got a 7, man.
And you take 17 acid damage, and you're also silent.
And I'm
because
also down.
the big eel slapped you.
All right.
A double big slap. Oh, did you make that base combat with me? Because you get.
Wait, you were too far away. Hold on, you're still blinded, but you weren't slapped.
Okay, so I take the 17 back then.
You're gonna take something, but it's not gonna be that.
All right, I will go back up to 17.
You're blind. You take 9.
9.
And you're
Okay.
prone.
So I'm blind and prone.
Yes,
Okay.
but not shocked.
All right. Blind
Hit.
and prone.
Like
Okay.
Stevie Wonder for a nap.
You can do it all over.
Very superstitious.
Hiss, you got problems. You got an eel on one side.
If you're having girl
you, eels on the right. Here you are.
stuck in the middle with his. I got 9 problems, but an eel ain't one. I'm gonna use my. Oh, hang on! I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what I pressed. I pressed something. I am going to use my teleport. Is this area here shallow, Greg? Do I know?
You can get right to the edge of the water if that's what you mean. If you want to go here, not here.
I mean, I'm gonna use my teleport because I get to use 20 feet.
Yeah.
And then I suppose I'm just checking, Greg. Is this going to be another area where I have a disadvantage again? Would I know if that's as shallow as this part, or
No, you can attack from there.
okay? So in that case, his teleports to here and goes in for 2 swings. Reckless attack on one of them, and I'm going to also do the Great Weapon Master.
All right.
Fuck him up.
Did you see that, Athelian?
What?
Is that's a hit?
That's a hit.
About the kiss?
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Get that swing in. Okay.
Okay.
She's still. I'm assuming she's still up. Let's go again. Fuck you, bitch.
That's a hit.
Die, you horrible, horrible, horrible kissy bitch.
Yep, she died. Well, she's down. She's underwater.
Just,
You don't see her anymore. Interesting.
oh god, is she like absorbed by it? Oh no. Okay.
Ash,
let's see.
you his just knocked the crap out of the beautiful blonde woman. She went underwater. You didn't see her anymore, but the eel seems pissed.
Well, he's going to hurt a little bit more. Scorching ray on him.
How much can you really hurt him more than taking away his best and only friend in the whole world?
Well, we're gonna find out, won't we?
I hope you could taste what was in my mouth not so long ago. With the fleas of 1,000 camels in fist your claw.
Thank
You're
you.
not only violent, you're
I
heartless.
think.
24.
That's a hit.
12.
Okay.
Shot number 2.
Damn.
Oh,
Jeez.
boy!
Oh my freaking god!
Yeah.
29.
Oh my
Right.
fucking flick! What the fucking
Damn,
hell?
laid the smackdown.
And injury on top of
And that's not good. That's not good at all.
Yeah, but at that point, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a fried eel floating on the water surface.
Cook that eel.
All right.
I've never had eel. Do you
Yeah, my
suppose it's
arms
good?
back, and I'm sure Italian probably is going to want hers too.
All right. That's it. I will say, Hiss, you saw where that woman went underwater, but then she just kind of seemed to vanish.
That's
She may
not a
necessarily be dead.
that's not a good thing.
I'm gonna be like out of breath and be like, but guys, she has treasure under there.
From all my kissing, I got it. I got some information.
We'll go look, yeah, because it might be what we're looking for is in there.
Quickly, guys. Maybe if I kiss her again, we'll find out more info.
And also, I'm gonna cast a mass healing word on everyone. It'll cover everybody.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
yes, please. Thank you. This is
7
not
for
looking good.
7.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, his is looking a bit rough.
I'm having my quinceañera over here.
Margot, I mean, you can stand up, but after a minute, your eyesight comes back.
That eel fucked me up.
Mike, I'm sending you a whisper that you have to keep to yourself.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my armor back on too, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm. His
Around
sort of like
I would.
Yeah. His sort of slinks himself out of the water, just looking very sad.
This is the last time we bathe with strange women.
Yeah.
Fine.
His just looks really, really defeated and disappointed. Like he's just like shoulders down. Like, I wanted to make a new friend.
Yeah, so
Well, I did go the friend route, to be fair.
you did try.
Yeah.
I was just like, I just did not trust her at all.
Yeah. Why do you two?
Pretty, though.
Why do you two get to speak nice words and I can't? Makes this sad.
It's just a spell, buddy. It is what it is.
And the water ceases its heaving and boiling, and
she's got treasure down there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Rowan, you want to go look down there? I mean, you have an air bubble. You're not going to have to worry about drowning.
I think you might be taken in. Oh, there he goes.
He said I can take a look. So, thank you. That'd be awesome.
All right.
Yeah. Please don't let my almost death be in vain, sir.
Would it be a perception check to see where she went?
Yeah.
I think she like.
you can roll perception and look at the pool.
Yeah, that's what Hiss would do.
Oh yeah. And the Thelian, let me get you. Where are you?
Oh, that's with advantage. Sorry, well, it's 10. Okay.
It suddenly takes a swing at the pool as if it offended him.
It's gonna be confused about that.
You got that Rowan is looking for a cave, a door, or any other indications?
One moment.
I feel like Hiss is just like beating his hands in the water, just like the poop mouth. She didn't want to give me kisses.
To quote Morgan Freeman, it's impressive to see a man feeding off his own emotions.
I gave you
Where is Rowan looking for caves and doors? And I mean, you see a door across the. You see a hallway to the south.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Apparently, Rowan's not bringing so well in this bubble. That's weird.
Would we we wouldn't have any indication of that, would we?
Well, no, I guess not. Not while he's underwater.
Go down with him.
Yeah.
I'm not really.
I am looking. I guess I can't look over the edge. I'm still prone and blind.
No, you're
I
fine.
healed you.
I'll go look a minute. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are quite low though. Still, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't we just meet some friends down here? Just be friendly with people.
I could send a message to him and ask him, like, in his head if he's, okay. Do y'all want me to check on him?
That would be a good idea. Is there some way we could keep a link with him?
I don't. He'd only be able to respond, I think, once. I do that.
It is help, help, help. I'm drowning. Help, help, help.
How are you drowning?
I don't know. We got to find out. Am I able to cast this, Greg?
I'm sorry.
Am I able to cast sending to send like a message to Rowan and just check on him?
Where is Rowan?
Underwater?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You see me like have my hands out and I'm like counting as I like send these things. I'm gonna send you doing okay, buddy?
Okay, yeah, Rowan, you will find some stuff under there. I'm sorry. Behind a bed of kelp, you find 6 golden statuettes, a golden mask sitting on a skull, like placed over its face. I like that one was placed over the face to what's his face last week.
Yeah. Maybe don't touch that one.
You see 2 crystal scroll cases, although water has gotten in, so it doesn't look like there's any scrolls in them.
Oh.
You see a silver idol, can't really tell what it might be, and a pair of gloves.
Ooh.
All right, you're probably going to need help carrying that stuff up. If you want to come up and let us know about that, I can go down there with you.
I mean, he can get that stuff out of the pool to the side of the pool. That's no problem.
Yeah.
It may take a couple of trips, but we don't need to overcomplicate it.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Gonna have to identify some of this stuff though.
Yeah. Why don't we call it here and then pick up next time? When I assume you guys are going to want to rest and look into some of this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely want to rest.
Yeah, Rowan, you do see this beat up old sign down there that says cavern protected by ADT.
ADT, huh?
Yeah. Odonox demons and Terox. They went out of business some years ago during the Second Sundering. When it was revealed, they're all actually just Modrons who like to wear funky costumes.
I love Modrons. They're my favorite characters. Mainly because I voice them like the voices of the knights who say knee.
They are no longer the knights who say knee. They are now the
knights who say
What were you saying, Greg?
That I want to strawberry.
On the strawberry.
I was just rambling about ADT, but I said, it's 10:30 Eastern. Why don't we call it here? I know you guys are going to want to identify, probably rest.
All that.
You actually have made good progress into here as far as where you can go from here. I know it feels like it's a slog sometimes, but you're doing well for this place.
Very cool.
Thank you.
You're making good progress without skipping like a whole lot of important stuff. Just a few things that I think you have to circle back to at some point. And you handled it pretty well considering your level.
Right on.
I just wanted to hang out with the pretty lady.
Just wanted to get my kisses in.
She just wanted to kill you and eat you, all of you.
Yeah, well, we killed her first. So, well, almost, maybe.
Yeah.
Actually, she's probably still alive somewhere. Gosh darn it.
I know. That's like the second enemy in a few weeks in a row that y'all just let get away. I'm telling you.
Athelian, well
Anything
known
in
killer.
lying pods is no basis for a system of government.
Hold on. What are you saying?
You know, the country we live in, dude, I'm starting to rethink that.
Hold on. It says need to check for traps. Is this home protected? ADT. Can Rowan get out of the water first? Would hate to be prone
Yeah,
if this bubble fails.
I just assumed he was joking with that, but Rowan's fine to get out of the water.
Okay.
You guys
It's
can get,
got a 24. It's got 24 hours on that bubble. So I mean, you know.
you can get out of the water. You can get that treasure out of the water. If you want to keep digging for treasure in the water next week, I'll let you, but I'll just tell you right now. And then next week you're on your own, but I'll tell you right now, it's a waste of time. You found what's there.
Okay.
But if you search again, I will not stop you. I'll just sit here and laugh at you.
That's so foolish, boys. Sorry, I'm very sleepy now. Sorry.
All right, I'm going to take us out then.
Okay.
Yep.